What's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. The Zone. What's up with it? My boy Glenn in the building. GA, you know what I'm saying? We got a great topic tonight. You know what I mean? Jaron Ennis, you know what I'm saying? Future welterweight champion. You know what I mean? Great skills. Jaron Ennis compared to a young Errol Spence Jr., bro. You know what I'm saying? Jaron Ennis, can he become the next Errol Spence Jr.? This is the topic today. Make sure y'all hit that like button right away. Subscribe to the channel, man. There's a lot of promise in this kid, Jaron Ennis. You know what I mean? A lot of promise. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me drop links. You know what I mean? Let's turn it up, bro. Shout out to my boy Glenn. Let me just drop open links. Wave check. Oh, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, boy. You see they spinning, ain't it? Deep waves, bro. Them ocean waves. Let me drop the link. Let's get it popping. Whoever's available. Yo, shout outs to the LDBC. Shout outs to Strapped Up Sammy in the building. My brother Strapped Up Sammy in the building. My brother Glenn. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Let's do a roll call real quick. We got Strapped Up Sammy. My boy, the boxing champ. Boxing champ in the building. Ringside Boxing in the building. Judo Clone. Shout outs to the LDBC, man. You know what I mean? We love boxing, bro. Shout outs to everybody, man. You know what I mean? Shout outs to the whole boxing community, man. Shout outs to the LDBC for sure. You know what I mean? Jaron Ennis is big for 147. Yes, that's part of the reason I'm comparing Jaron Ennis to Errol Spence Jr. because Errol Spence Jr. is he's a big welterweight. Jaron Ennis is bigger than Errol Spence. And you know what? There's a lot of skills that Jaron Ennis brings to the table. Jaron Ennis brings a lot of skills to the table. When you talk about ring IQ, Jaron Ennis is a great body puncher. Errol Spence Jr., one of the best body punchers in boxing. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You know what I mean? Hit the like button. Jaron Ennis in the future, bro. I'm telling you, he's going to be a future champion. For sure, for sure. Yo, what up, though?
All right.
What's up, man? Who's this?
Yeah.
Yo, who's this?
Jeremy.
Yeah. Who is this?
Judo Club.
Man, talk to me, man. How you feel about the topic? How do you feel about Jaron Ennis?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. How you feel about Jaron Ennis?
Hold on. All right, what you saying?
I said, how do you feel about Jaron Ennis?
No, I don't care for him too much. I think. Wait, what division? What division is he? How much do he weigh?
He 147, bro. You know, do your research, then come back, yo. You know what I mean? Obviously, the man didn't know what he was talking about. That should have been a troll right there. That gotta be a troll right there, man. Hit that like button right away. Yeah, man, take some notes, man. I'm telling you who Jaron Ennis is. If you don't know, you about to find out. You know what I mean? Jaron Ennis is one of the best young fighters in boxing. Point blank, period. The man is highly skilled. You talking about great ring IQ. You know, tremendous boxing ability. He's one of the biggest welterweights in boxing. People go around and people say, yo, let me drop links. Young guy, pull up. Coco Tyler, pull up. You know what I mean? Everybody pull up, bro. Jaron Ennis is a monster. You know what I mean? Future champion for sure, man. You talking about the welterweight division. Who's going to be the top welterweights in the future? Who's the second coming of the Errol Spence Jr.'s? Who's the second coming of the Jaron? Who's the second coming of the Terrence Crawfords, the Errol Spence Jr.'s? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, you got fighters like Jaron Ennis. You know what I mean? You got people like, you got Virgil Ortiz coming up. You don't want to forget about Virgil Ortiz, man. Jaron Ennis is going to be a rivalry, I'm telling you, between Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. It's going to be a rivalry between Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. Young God, what up?
Yo, what it do?
Man, chilling, bro, man. I want to know your thoughts on Jaron Ennis, man. How do you feel about him as a fighter?
Hey, I'm gonna be 100% with you. I don't know too much about him, but I'm open to learn, dog.
For sure, man. Jaron Ennis is a monster. D Hodges, what up? Shout outs to D Hodges, man. Shout outs to the LDBC, man. Glenn, there go the link. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Errol Spence, unified champion. Earl
Yes,
Spence Jr.
sir.
So,
Yes,
what do you think
sir.
about Earl Spence Jr. as a fighter?
Hey, man, Errol Spence, he's a beast, man. He got a lot of haters, man, but they hate because he's great.
Facts, man. Earl Spence Jr. is a hell of a fighter. You know what I mean? Even Floyd Mayweather had plenty of haters. Floyd Mayweather received some of the most hate we ever seen in the sport of boxing, and he was arguably the best fighter that ever lived. Even Muhammad Ali had some of the most haters. You know, they wanted to see him lose so bad.
Of course, man. Of course, man. He's getting hate to this day. My boy, Floyd, getting hate to this day, man. He's retired. He's still getting hate.
Facts, man. But you know, I want to get into Jaron Ennis. There go the link, Glenn. Glenn, there go the link, my boy. D Hodges, if you available, we talking about Jaron Ennis possibly being the next Earl Spence Jr. We know Earl Spence Jr. is an Al Heyman fighter. Earl Spence Jr. is on PBC. You know what I'm saying? Coco, what's up with it?
Yo.
Yeah.
What's good, Coco?
Yo.
Man, how you feel about Jaron Ennis as a fighter? I know you out there in Philly. Could you let us know some of the expectations that the people got for Jaron Ennis out there?
Hey, bro. Everybody wants him to succeed. I want to see him versus Danny Garcia. That's the fight to make.
Facts. Him and Danny is a good fight, man. You think Danny will give Jaron Ennis a shot at this time? While Jaron Ennis, you know, he's a up and coming fighter. That'll be a war. Philly, huh? That'll be who's the best. Yeah.
The fight for Philly.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I like that, man. I like the title of that.
There you right. Jaron Ennis versus Danny Garcia. That'll be a huge fight. Do you think Jaron Ennis is ready for Danny Garcia? Do you think he deserves that type of fight?
Hey, give him one more year, and he'll be ready.
For sure. So, Jaron Ennis, my brothers, he's about 5'10". He's a big welterweight. He's one of the biggest welterweights in the sport. So that's why I'm comparing him to Earl Spence Jr. because we all know Earl Spence is the big welterweight. You know, people go around, they make up excuses saying Earl Spence Jr. is he's a weight bully and all of that stuff. I was in another chat earlier. You remember me? Hey, what's up though? JFL, pull up. JFL, hit the link, man. We talking about the next great fighter from Philly. The next great fighter from Philly. You know what I mean? Jaron Ennis. The sky is the limit for this kid. Y'all let me know if I start to break up. Yo, let me know if my mic start breaking up or if I have some audio difficulties. Shout out to Brother Boxing Talk. Glenn Avery in the building. Yo, GA, what's popping?
What's good, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, my brother, man. Good to have you on the panel, man.
My pleasure.
Man, for sure. This is a topic that me and you discussed last night. Man, Jaron Ennis. You know, he has a lot of talent, man. You want to tell the fans a little bit about Jaron Ennis?
Yeah, and I don't like to shit on people, but that first dude should have read the title because that's what we were talking about. If you're gonna come in and say who is he, like, you know, don't even try to, get that publicity like that. You know your stuff first. But yeah, he had a good Golden Glove run. You know, he got silver and gold in the Golden Gloves. I think he's around 5'10", 5'11", or something like that. You know what I mean? Tall dude, definitely. You know, but his skills, though, he's the same. For me, he's the same type of youth that's coming up. The same way we were looking at Errol Spence Jr. a few years ago. Same way we were looking at Terrence Crawford a few years ago. So I could see the comparison when it comes to that. And I've always said, and we've been on different channels talking together, and I've always said that Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis is going to be coming up. So that's why we need to hurry up with these fights, like the Crawford versus Spence, you know, the Spence versus Garcia, you know, and let them hash everything out. Whoever want to hash everything out right now before they move up, because you know they're moving up. So let them like hash that out right now and stop waiting because none of them is Floyd Mayweather. None of them is Floyd Mayweather. They're not going to do the same. Floyd Mayweather even did it. He did have big fights, you know what I'm saying, before the Pacquiao. So the Pacquiao thing was one situation, but he fought De La Hoya to get his respect. He fought, every champion before that to get his respect. So they're following a different arrangement. They're not really trying to unify and be the best, and they need to right now, regardless of who their promoters are, need to get that out the way. And because Ennis is coming and Virgil Ortiz is coming, so I do see Ennis as a threat in the future. I've said it many times before. You've heard me say it, so I agree with you.
For sure. Guido, what up, Guido?
Guido in the building.
Guido.
Yo, what's up, H Money? What's up, Glenn? What's good, my niggas?
What's going on, bro? What's going on?
Chilling. Man, good to have you on the panel, Guido. Man, we're talking about Errol Spence Jr. and Jaron Ennis. I feel like Jaron Ennis could be the next great welterweight on the PBC stable for Al Heyman. Errol Spence, he's the best welterweight on PBC at the moment. I'm thinking Jaron Ennis is going to be the one to carry on that torch. He's going to be the next one. So what you think about Jaron Ennis as a fighter, my brother?
I think he's a good prospect, I got to see more from him, you know what I'm saying? And I also would like to see him versus Virgil Ortiz. I think that would be a good matchup in the future.
For sure. Yeah, that'll be a great fight. I think they're the two best young welterweights. Currently at the moment, Jaron Ennis, he was ranked number 15 by the WBO, and Virgil Ortiz is ranked number 2 in the WBO. So Virgil Ortiz is ranked higher on the rankings. I believe Jaron Ennis was going through some promotional issues. He had a issue with one of his promoters, just like Josh Taylor. He was signed to a promotional company, and he had to get out of that contract, and now he signed with Top Rank. So Jaron Ennis, he signed a contract with a promoter, and earlier in his career when he was like a nobody, and he signed a bad contract, so he had a little dispute. That's why he wasn't boxing for a while, and now he's trying to get back active. I think he got that out the way. I think Jaron Ennis, is very talented. I think he needs to. Everybody.
You don't win Golden Glove, silver and gold if you don't have talent. So you know what I mean. Like that shouldn't even be a question in anybody's head. If they didn't know about him, okay, cool. You didn't know about him, but now he's got a silver and a gold out of the Golden Glove championships. You know what I mean? And he's undefeated right now. And the dude is a piece of work, man. Like just go do some research, go follow up and look it up. And then you're gonna understand why we're having this discussion.
Facts. Yo, JFL, what's up with you?
Hey, what up, H Money? What up to the
What up, bro?
What up to the chat smoke?
Yes, sir. What's good, man? That was a good conversation we had last night, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely was, man. Definitely run back. You know what I'm saying? I rewatch few times, man.
Appreciate that, man. JFL, he's actually out there in Philly. So he's out there in Philly. JFL, you want to tell us a few things about Jaron Ennis and, man, how the people are receiving him out there in Philly? Do you think he's going to be the next great fighter from Philadelphia?
I mean, once the topic get brought up in boxing, over here on this side in Philly, the first name that pops up is Bruce Ennis. So you know what it is, you know what I'm saying? So Bruce Ennis, he definitely representing Philadelphia well, and I believe he next up, and he has some good amateur fights, and if I recall, I believe he if I ain't mistaken, I think he fought Russell at one point in the amateurs.
Yeah, I think it was Gary Russell's brother. It was one of the Russell brothers.
Okay, one of the Russells. I hear Russell. I'm thinking about.
Yep.
But that was a fight that I think should have been a draw at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because they both did good work, and neither one was backing down. And that was that's what it was. That was a learning experience. But from there, Bruce Ennis, he putting in that work. You know what I mean? And he just had a little setback, and he'll bounce back.
For sure, man. Like just looking at that welterweight division, of course, the top guys are Earl Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford. You still got Manny Pacquiao's, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and those guys. Now you got fighters like Jaron Ennis, of course, Virgil Ortiz on the rise. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like by the time Jaron Ennis will get his title shot, maybe Earl Spence and Earl Spence will probably move to 154 by then. That's what I'm thinking. Like some of those guys gonna be moving up in weight by the time Jaron Ennis will get him a title shot. You know what I mean? So I don't see Jaron Ennis fighting Earl Spence, even though it was a couple of back and forth. Like I remember Jaron Ennis called them out. He said he wants to fight Earl Spence, but I feel like that's what you're supposed to do when you coming up in boxing. You're supposed to call out the big names. That's how people find out who you are. But I don't see Earl Spence and Jaron Ennis fighting because I think Spence is going to be moving up to 154 very soon.
And that's why I keep saying I'm saying like they need to Errol Spence, Crawford, Ugas, whoever anybody needs to question like as far as fighting each other, Thurman even, what I'm saying, Errol Spence and Thurman, Garcia if they want to get that out the way, everything needs to just get it out the way, because there's not too many people there's already people that already had the fights already. So Errol Spence, he's a big dude. He's going to move up to 154, and everybody knows that. So you're going to have people that are going to get too big. They're going to move up to higher divisions, and Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz are going to maintain in that division. So they're going to bring all the smoke, and then they're going to eventually move up because they're big. You know what I'm saying? So right now they need to make the fights happen. And as far as and not to throw it off the topic because I know we're talking about the comparison, but Spence, Crawford, all those fights need to happen right now because they know damn well that when Virgil Ortiz and his Boots starts making noise, they're going to be in a different weight class.
Absolutely. For sure. I think Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, they will be the future.
That's going to be the Mayweather Oscar De La Hoya of the future, bro. That's going to be the De La Hoya Mayweather of the future.
Oh wow!
Absolutely.
Yeah, they got skills like that, man. They got skills like that.
Facts. Yeah, I think they're gonna be the future. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I say that's. I mean, I can see what you're saying. That's interesting, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stretch, right? It's a stretch. I'll give you that one. But the skills, man, the skills that you're seeing. You're talking about again, Golden Glove, silver and gold. You know what I'm saying? Went straight to the pros after that. And then Virgil Ortiz. Look at his record too, man. Like every single fight is a knockout. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm not saying
you could say who has he fought, but who have they fought, but they're prospects still. They're not contenders yet. But that's how you build that resume. And so far, so good. So far, what they're doing right now, they've shown nothing but promise. To any observer.
That's true. And I'm not saying it's a reach per se, because once you get during that time, that might be a new era. So, they definitely could live up to that expectation. But so far they got to put in that work to get there.
They do. You're right about that. You're right about that.
Mayweather.
Hell yeah.
I mean?
Hell yeah, man. Yo, Guido, man, I want to know from you, man, how do you compare Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz? Who do you think is better? Keep in mind that Virgil Ortiz is ranked number 2 in a WBO. And Jaron Ennis, he's ranked number 15. Last time I checked, he probably moved up. But what's your comparison on these two guys? Who do you think is better, and how do you think a fight will go in the future between those two?
I think it's gonna be a tough fight for both guys. I like Virgil Ortiz's style better than, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Ortiz is a pressure fighter, and I like guys that go to the body, just attack and put under pressure. And then another one, we got Bruce Ennis. He's more of a slick boxer, And that's why I see that fight 50-50. It's a hard fight. You know what I'm saying? I see that fight like a De La Hoya versus Whitaker like that. You know what I'm saying? H. So, I think it'll be a great fight in the future.
Yeah, I think they're gonna build up to that, man. Like I think that by the time they ready to get all the smoke, I think you're gonna have either Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford unified. One of them are gonna be unified. Hold on one second. Hey, bro, that's my Chili's. My bad. I got DoorDash delivery and shit. Got some Chili's and shit. He gonna have to walk his ass up to the 3rd floor though. You know.
Yo,
But
man, I just want to mention, just the legacy of Philadelphia fighters. I believe Philadelphia possibly they have some of the best fighters in boxing. You know what I mean? When you think of fighters like Bernard Hopkins, Joe Frazier.
Oh yeah, that Philly show style, that Philly style.
Don't forget Meldrick Taylor.
Yeah, Meldrick Taylor,
Yeah.
Bernard Hopkins, Joe Frazier's. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia's. You got fighters like Tyrell Biggs. You remember Tyrell Biggs was Olympic gold medalist who fought Mike Tyson at the heavyweight division. He was from Philly. You have fighters like, of course, Julian Williams right now, Danny Garcia, Jaron Ennis. If y'all can name some, if I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing?
No, I mean, like, go ahead, my bad.
The young fighter you prospect that you mentioned yesterday.
Oh yeah, Stephon Fulton. He's an up and coming. I think he's a featherweight. Stephon Fulton. He's an IBO world champion. He's a good fighter too from Philly, man. But Philly, they breed fighters, bro. Always you're gonna have a great Philly fighter, I believe. I think Jaron Ennis, he's gonna be the best fighter from Philly, possibly. Since Danny Garcia and of course Bernard Hopkins. Of course, Bernard Hopkins. But Danny was a good fighter too, man. I'm not gonna sleep on Danny, man. Danny, he did some great things in boxing.
Yeah, I saw.
I mean, DSG is still holding it down, man, since 07, man. So he continue, to be in the mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Danny's a good fighter.
Go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead, Glenn. My bad. I wasn't saying nothing.
No, I was gonna say Philly is absolutely in like one of those cities where they breed fighters, man. Like you got that, you got Brooklyn, you got obviously Las Vegas, you got LA, you got Mexico, you got Puerto Rico, you got Ghana. You know what I'm saying? You got the Philippines that are now trying to do the same thing. There's certain places around the world that just breed fighters. Even look at Colombia. In Colombia, like you had Edison Miranda. We were talking about him yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Colombia, and then now Argentina has started to get on the map too. With Sergio Martinez and
Argentina got a great fighters. They got great legends too.
Maidana's from Argentina. Like so, you got certain areas,
Carlos
certain pockets in the world. What's that?
Carlos Monzon.
Yeah.
They had who else? It was a guy by the name of the mug name. His name was isn't Sergio Martinez from Argentina?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Sergio Martinez. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sergio Martinez.
Because before his knees got hurt, though, like he was a beast, man. Like nobody wanted to fight him.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, I got a question for the panel.
What's up? Go for it.
What you think of since his boo situation, and he's an upcoming prospect, future contender. My opinion, I think he should, join the money team. I'll let the Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, build Mayweather team that much bigger. He already got Baltimore, you know what I mean? Tank, and I'm like, grab one of the Philly guys, man. You know what I'm saying? You respect Philly, so I could see Boots Ennis with the money team, bro.
Yeah, I think that'd be good too, man. For be around Mayweather is good for anybody, I think.
I think if you're talking about yourself as a money team, then you got to grab everybody from everywhere. I think he should dip into Mexico, dip into Puerto Rico, dip into Youngstown, Ohio, dip into all the little hot spots and find if you're the money team that like he always talk about investments, and I know he sees it. He sees that's what Roger Mayweather was doing. You know what I'm saying? Well, my bad. Floyd Sr. Floyd Sr. was going and training other people, even though his son was fighting against him. And why? Is because all right. So you want to train with my brother? Okay, that's your uncle, but I'm your pops. but I got skills too, and I'm gonna tap into these other dudes. You know what I'm saying? Emmanuel Stewart used to, Andy Lee is from Ireland, I think, and Andy Lee used to live with Emmanuel Stewart. You know what I mean? Why you can't have like the vision like that to just have everybody? I think Floyd will do that. I think he's getting into those. He's putting that trainer cap on now. He's gonna get more
Yeah, man.
experience. He's gonna
Yeah,
get it
man.
in, and then he's gonna start picking up fighters from everywhere else because you have to. Because let's be honest, bro. Fighters are fighters, man. It doesn't matter from what part of the world. If you're a good fighter, you know what I mean. Like, and you get trained the right way, you're gonna be great. Yeah, of course we want to vote for Americans. Me being Puerto Rican Dominican, I want to vote for Puerto Rican Dominicans, especially when they fight in Mexican fighters. But I still love Mexican fighters. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's one of those things where you still got to give credit where credit's due.
Right.
Facts, Glenn. Look, right here, I got Jaron Ennis. We looking at him. He has 25 wins with 23 knockouts. Okay, in the welterweight division, he's 5'10" with a 74-inch reach. So he's a big kid, bro. He's only 22 years old. He's only gonna get stronger, and he's only gonna get better and better, guys. I think this guy is gonna be He's gonna dominate the sport of boxing for a very long time. The sky is the limit for him. And if I'm on PBC, if I'm Al Heyman and those guys, I'm very excited about the future of this kid right here. Let's look at his competition. To be honest, we want to see him step it up in competition. I watched a couple of his fights, and from what I've seen, he has a lot of power. He has a lot of speed, but I want to see Jaron Ennis tighten up his defense. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I watched Jaron Ennis in his last fight against, it was pretty much a no-name guy, and he was able to land some shots on Jaron Ennis. And last night I was studying some film on Jaron Ennis, and I seen him in another fight, and he was getting hit a lot. So he tends to drop his hands like Roy Jones sometimes, and he gets hit a few times. So I want to see Jaron Ennis tighten up his defense and eventually step it up in competition. Anybody want to get in on what I just said?
I think.
Yeah, I like.
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good, bro. You got it.
So I think that both of them, you should put a comparison at this point with Errol Spence and see what fights he had, so that we could get a good glimpse of that. But Virgil Ortiz also, he hasn't really had no big name here because they're prospects still. Even though you might have or they may have Ortiz as a contender right now. You know what I mean? Because of, it's really just probably the difference of the knockouts. That's it. But Ennis got more fights than Virgil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying?
He been in a lot of fights, man. Looked like at one point in his career, man, he was active. You know what I mean? Looked like he had a lot of fights. You know what I mean? For only being 22 years old, that's a lot of fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, bro, not to cut you off, I gotta charge my phone. Let me handle that later, yo.
I come back, bro.
Yo, come back, Guido.
bro.
All right.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Now, I know you said you brought up the situation with Boots. Situation with what happened. But my thing is, the box rec is the box rec. The opponents is the opponents. You know what I'm saying? Re-rank my man where he factually should be. You know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't have, that would get him more closer to a fight that we want him to be in, to see where he at with it in the level of competition. You know what I'm saying? So, if he's in the wrong rank, right, then they might, give him another easy touch. By the time, he's like 30 or something, all easy touches or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, they got to correct that error on that box rec. You know what I'm saying? Not on a ranking system, whatever. Re-rank my man. We say he was 15?
He was. He just fought, though. So he probably moved up. You know what I mean? But he was. I'm going to pull up the rankings, but he was 15 at one point, though, for sure.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like Virgil Ortiz, he's number 2, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? But, for me, I'm like, you got some good wins, and I guess you earned that spot for number 2 wise, but that's cool. But I'm like, you got to put Boots at the moment between 10 and 5, man. At least 9, like between 10 and 5, bro.
Okay, look, I'm looking at Errol Spence's record right here. Errol Spence only has 26 fights, and Errol Spence is 30 years old. Jaron Ennis has 25 fights, and he's 22.
Right, right. And then look, but the difference is the fights.
You're right. You're right. I think Spence been in there with better competition, though. But of course,
But
Spence is older.
let's be honest too. Like Errol Spence is actually like not just a Golden Glove, but he actually went to the Olympics and I got a gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did. I think he had a bronze, right?
No, he got a gold.
Okay.
That's Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's the bronze bomber for a reason. That's why he called himself the bronze bomber, because he got a bronze medal. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he was robbed in the end. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when it comes to Errol Spence, yeah, he got a gold medal, man. He brought back the gold for the United States.
Okay. Just looking at Errol Spence. Errol Spence is 5'9.5". Jaron Ennis is 5'10". Jaron Ennis has a 74-inch reach. Errol Spence with a 72-inch reach. So Ennis is bigger than Errol Spence, but just by a little bit, though. Just by a little bit. But, you know, these guys are both very big welterweights. Two of the biggest welterweights in the sport of boxing. That's why I see that comparison being accurate. You know what I mean? I got to be honest with you guys. You know, I know we did that Pernell Whitaker and Terrence Crawford comparison. But, guys, I had, you know, I was up last night. I was studying boxing. And to be honest, I think the better comparison, this is for everybody in the chat, not just for everybody on the panel, but I think the better comparison for Crawford, you could correct me if I'm wrong. I'm down for a debate. You know what I mean? We can disagree. I think it was Shane Mosley, bro. I think Shane Mosley is a better comparison for Crawford. You know what I mean? But I want to do a video about this tomorrow. You know what I mean? And tomorrow, if y'all want to debate me, Glenn, if you want to, you know, if you disagree with me, we could debate. You know what I mean? It's cool. We can have a friendly debate. Same thing with JFL. But to me personally, I just got to be honest with myself. I think Terrence Crawford is more like Shane Mosley than Pernell Whitaker because of the power, bro. Like, I think, you know, remember we looked at it, and Pernell Whitaker only had 17 knockouts out of like 41 wins. And Terrence Crawford has 26 knockouts and 36 wins. So it's like Crawford is, you know, a much bigger puncher than Pernell Whitaker. You know what I mean? And I know Mosley was knocking people out, though. You know what I mean? But y'all, I mean, what y'all think about that situation?
We can revisit that. You know what I'm saying? That's no problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like to see what you see when it comes to Shane Mosley and Bud. You know what I'm saying? But
sure.
you know, I see, you know, Bud got to live up to his expectations. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at with it with me.
I want to do that tomorrow, man, because man, I was thinking about it. I was like, yo, man, he kind of reminds me more of Shane Mosley a little bit. You know what I mean? Well, you know, it's always good to debate it. And if y'all
we can look at back, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. I'm going back and recap too. Like I'm going back and check out Mosley and Bud, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be prepared to talk about it.
For sure, I'm always down to debate, man. I got this fight right here. I'm gonna play a Jaron Ennis fight. So I want y'all to
what you think, Glenn?
I don't agree. I don't agree on that one. So we could you know, always debate that one. But I think that that when it comes to Mosley, I feel like he was more head up. You know what I'm saying? Hands. Yeah, he could throw with two hands, but he wasn't a switch hitter like that. You know, his power was in the right hook. You know what I mean? And that was he had a good jab. His power was in the right hook. And I feel like Terrence Crawford is more of a switch hitter. That's why I compared him more to Sweepy yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, you know, for me, he's got more of a Sweepy style. Although he's not as defensive because he wouldn't have got caught like he did against Cole Velasquez. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I feel like you know, he's still learning the craft. Sweet Pete was already in deep. You know, everybody already knew his name. He already had a career when that happened. So I don't know, man. But Shane Mosley, I got to think about who he reminds me of. Like, but when it comes to Terrence Crawford, I think they got a little bit. Their styles are a little different.
For sure. So tomorrow we can debate it, man, because you know, I have my opinion. Glenn has his opinion, and JFL as well. You have your opinion. And it's always good to debate, you know what I mean? So, You know, the
Yeah,
fans.
we educate each other. That's all. It's all good, man. It's all love.
For sure, for sure. Right now, I got on the screen is Jaron Ennis in one of his earlier fights in his career. As you guys can see, Jaron Ennis, you know, sticking his jab. You know, he's a very big welterweight, bro. Very big. This is around. I think he was around 21. You look, see, I'm telling you, he fight with his hands down. He be dropping his hands at moments.
Yo, you gonna be on for a minute? Cause I'm gonna go check my food real quick.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna be here for a minute.
All right, that's what's up, man.
For sure. Appreciate it, Glenn. And y'all know
No
what?
doubt, brother.
Jaron Ennis is a switch hitter as well. He be switching up. He go from southpaw and he goes to orthodox.
So that's crazy because now you can add on to that is his style is similar to, like, to me it's like AB, Spence, and Bud all in one.
I feel you. Oh, look at those body shots. See those Errol Spence body shots right there. He ripping to the body.
Because you see how that's how, you know, like the flow he got, the stance he got, and you know, he dropped his hands, which I feel as though he should do less of that. But his mindset is like, I'm still dancing while I'm boxing you. You know what I'm saying? So, but he got to learn how to dance and tighten up his defense more because he does get caught unnecessarily. But you know, when it comes to the exchanges, he might want to get, you know, I say might want to get caught, but he don't like his defense. He gets out the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what. But sometimes you got to get caught. Sometimes, you know, when you trying to, you know, can't avoid every punch.
Look, but in this fight, he actually get caught. He got hurt by this dude, man. You know what I mean? Look, it's in this round too. Take a good look at it. Jaron has got cracked. Was it this round? I'm not sure, but he got cracked with a right hand. He actually got hurt. He was buckled. You know what I mean? But see, look, I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning of Adrian Broner's career, he used to switch hit when he was like fighting those bums and stuff like that. When Broner was fighting that lightweight and super featherweight, Broner used to switch hit. But once you step it up in competition, once you get to like elite competition, bro, that's when people stop, you know, switching stances. You know what I mean? I think switching styles is good. Like something. Look, there go the right hand when he got hurt. That was it right there. Look, damn, that was it right there.
That's when he was. Yeah, rewind that.
Let me start the round.
It's little mistakes like that. You know that. You know, you gotta get away from a punch, but then you end up getting hit anyway from trying to dodge it, which it kind of look bad, and then you have to reset and you know and go at it again. So that was like that punch wasn't really nothing for real. It was against the ropes, but the fact that, you know, little minor mistakes like that, he gotta tighten up on. Like when you know you back against the rope, you can't just stay there and just, you know, and just play like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get out the corner quick.
You gotta be careful, man. Imagine like, you know, you fighting one of those big punchers, like even Virgil Ortiz, who got a lot of power. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful.
Right. And that'd be perfect for him because Virgil Ortiz probably want to walk him down like that too. And then, you know, you can't dodge every single thing, but his head movement is good, but it need to get better.
For sure, man. You can always get better. But you know, he's fighting weaker competition right here. You see, he be taking shots, man. I don't like that. You know, I like when Jaron Ennis goes to the body. I want to see him use that high guard defense like Winky Wright, like how Errol Spence used that peekaboo type of defense. There go right. See, he just took another right hand right there, dog. He be taking some shots. There we go right there.
I keep up.
Let me rewind it. Let me show you this.
You know? Yeah.
There we go right there. Let me rewind it. Here we go. Take a good look at this. Bam. See, and he was holding on.
See, this when it comes to trainers, you know what I'm saying? Because trainers, you know, sometimes they let the fighter do them and they feel as though, you know, he had the better skill set, cool. But let's say that punch right there would have done it for him. You know what I'm saying? Off of minor mistakes. You know what I mean? That could cost him the fight if the guy put his all into that punch.
You
So
just gotta be careful, man, because once you step it up in competition, these fighters are gonna start hitting harder. You know, if he's getting hurt by, this guy looks like a bum right here. You gotta be careful. Imagine you in there with one of those big punchers. Imagine you in there with a Maidana or somebody like that, bro. You know what I mean? It's
listen,
gonna be different.
if I was his trainer, bro, trust me, bro. Don't let me be his trainer, bro, because I'll put him through some shit, man.
He gonna have to step it
I
up.
said,
But look, here go the right hand. He got hurt. Check it out.
See, it wasn't really nothing though, but it still staggered him. And then, see what I'm saying? Then all that, like he could avoid all that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you can't avoid every single punch. He got to learn when to move, when to hold back. You know what I'm saying? He got to adjust his head movement. You know what I'm saying? In the better direction. Like, you know when the punch is coming, you got to know how to. You see how Sweet Pea do? He know when every single punch coming. So if you want to, attempt to be on some mobile shit like that, you got to know where every punch is coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just got to be careful though, JFL. You know what I mean? Because, like you said, man, his dad is actually training him. He's trained by his father. His father was an ex-fighter.
Yeah, that's cool. But that's cool. Yeah. He got him so far. He got him where he need to be. But I still see flaws, even though he has like a couple attributes of certain other fighters, but his own style as well. But if they let that keep continuing without correcting the flaws, now he could be in trouble in a bigger fight. Or, he steps it up and continue to fight how he fights.
He scored a knockdown right here with, I think it was a body shot. Oh, it was left hand lead, combination to the body, dropped him with those body shots. Man, when he goes to the body, bro, he's vicious, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I see the comparison between him and Errol Spence. Great body punchers, bro. Both of them are great body punchers.
See, he mainly a headhunter guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what Boost style. He rather headhunt you more, but break you down a little bit, just enough to the body, just to go back to the head. So he goes back and forth, like the opposite of Spence. Spence goes to the body first and then go up top. He's more of a go up top and then go down to the body.
He looked like he got this dude out of there, man, with another wicked combination. He got crazy hand speed, bro. But what I do want to see from him, I want to see Jaron tighten up his defense. I want to see him keep his hands up. He be fighting with his hands all the way down like Roy Jones and shit, brother. And you seen how Roy Jones started getting knocked out towards the end of his career, man. Like, you got to use that high guard, peekaboo defense.
But guess what, though? What you want him to do in that aspect, that's what Adrian Broner actually does. Adrian Broner hands always up, always in that defensive shell, forward or backwards. So it's kind of like he missing certain key factors that other opponents has, like, you know what I'm saying? And he keeps his hands down, maybe for a reason, like he can't get touched. But if he do that too much, man, then I say do it when it's necessary.
Man, he got skills for sure, man. There's no denying his talent. There's no denying his talent. He's only 22 years old. He's only gonna get better and better. But at the same time, it's like you said, there's little flaws that we see him. Yo, shout outs to J8. Let's go. Let's get ready for this chat smoke, like you say, man. Let's get some of that chat smoke, my
How
bro.
we say, man. How we say.
Yeah, like we say, let's get some of this chat smoke. You know what I mean? Glenn back in the building. Yo, GA, what's popping?
Yo, let me clarify the air, because you guys were right. He didn't win. Errol Spence did not win a gold. He was a runner-up, and he had won the American championships. So my bad for that. You know what I mean? But I'm a man of my word. Like, hey, I went and looked it up while I was taking a little break here, and I was like, oh shit, I was wrong. So I gotta correct that real quick.
It's all good, bro. You know what I mean? That's why we here, you know what I'm saying, to correct each other. and debate. Like I knew he wasn't a gold, but I wasn't gonna try to say, man, I'm right. You know what I mean? I just
I heard that though because I watched some, but I don't think I watched the finale. But I know he was whooping motherfuckers' asses in the Olympics. I remember watching it. That's the first time I ever seen him was in the Olympics. And that's how I knew his name before he even became professional. But apparently he didn't win the gold. So you know what? I gotta correct myself. You know what I mean?
It's all good, man. You know what I mean? We here to help each other, my brother. Appreciate it. You back or you gonna bounce back with us?
Yeah, we good.
Okay, we just watched the Jaron Ennis fight, and man, me and JFL was just talking like there's a few things we want to see him tighten up, and for me is his defense. He tends to drop his hands down like Roy Jones, and I don't like that. I don't like that, bro. For him to keep his hands all the way down like that and keep have his chin wide open. You know what I mean? Like once he steps it up in competition, he start fighting punchers like Virgil Ortiz and stuff. It's gonna be dangerous. You're gonna have to keep your hands up. That's why I like that winky right peekaboo defense, that high guard defense that Errol Spence uses. You know what I mean? He uses the high guard defense sometimes, but sometimes he wants to get cute. You know what I mean, and drop his hands down. And I'm not a fan of that.
I don't like the showboating either, bro. Like showboating, when you're acting reckless, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to. You got to show respect to the person that's across the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're fighting in a professional sport like that, don't try to be cute. Don't try to showboat because that's when people get clipped. Look at Edison. You remember when Edison Miranda did that to what's his name? The Canadian guy. I can't even remember his name. He was a contender for a long time.
What's his name? He was a middleweight. Was his name Lucien Boutte?
Yes. Remember he was showboating and Boutte knocked him out with an uppercut or some shit like that?
Yeah, man. You got to be careful, bro. You got to.
We can't do that, man.
And you got to see on YouTube when showboating goes wrong. That let you know.
Exactly. You don't want to be on one of those. That's like World Star. You know what I mean?
Let's get to some of these comments. D. Hodges says, I say Bud close to Sugar Ray Leonard. Man, D. Hodges, I want you to be on that panel tomorrow when we talk about Crawford again. You know what I mean? I think Crawford is more like Sugar Shane Mosley out of all those fighters. I think Sugar Ray Leonard was just way faster than Terrence Crawford, man. He just was a way better fighter than Crawford. I like Crawford. I ain't saying Crawford is not good. I just think, man, he's not on no Sugar Ray Leonard level. I don't think he's on a Pernell Whitaker level to be just me. You know what I mean? I think he probably on that Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley was good. He beat De La Hoya. Shane Mosley beat Margarito. He beat a couple of guys. You know what I mean? He knocked out Ricardo Mayorga. He beat Fernando Vargas. Mosley was a good fighter, though, Hall of Famer. But I just don't think. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I was agreeing with you. Of course. Continue.
Yeah, man. It's just, man, Crawford is a good fighter. We want to see Crawford in better competition. Fresh BX asked me a question yesterday. He said, who did Crawford beat to be compared to Pernell Whitaker? And it made me rethink, that conversation we had because who did Crawford really beat? Gamboa? Well, Gamboa was undefeated at the time. You know what I mean? But Gamboa was coming off a layoff as well. You know what I mean? He beat Ricky Burns. Ricky Burns is nothing special. He moved up to 140. He became undisputed. But who did you beat to become undisputed? Julius Ndongo? Come on, man. You beat Victor Postal. Victor Postal also got beat by Josh Taylor. Victor Postal's not a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? He beat Thomas Delorme for a vacant title. That's not really impressive. That's not impressive like that. And he moved up to 147. He beat Amir Khan. Who hasn't knocked out Amir Khan? You know what I mean? Everybody knocked out Amir Khan. You know what I mean? So then he beat Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn, who got a robbery victory over Pacquiao. He didn't deserve that Pacquiao win. And he beat a lot of guys, bro. He did what he's supposed to do. I'm not gonna say Crawford is not a good fighter. Crawford beat everybody they put in front of him. He did his job, but we haven't seen Crawford in there with another Hall of Famer yet. We still haven't seen him in there with a Hall of Famer, bro. So for me, Crawford has a lot to prove, bro. That's just me.
I think all of them have a lot to prove. They're not fighting each other, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like Thurman has the best resume, and look, he's exposed himself already. Like we already know he's susceptible to the left hook. You know what I mean? And you know he could be dropped. You know, so when it comes to
And
that
to the
division,
body.
I think that all of them need to like stop playing games. This is what I was saying earlier. They need to stop playing games and get it out the way. Just fight each other because you know this is not you know Pacquiao versus Mayweather. This is not De La Hoya versus Mayweather. Right now, what we're talking about is most of these dudes are going to be up into the 154 division soon, and they need to just get it out the way before these young dudes like Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz move up or really get their credit. Because once they get their credit and they start calling them out, you know what I mean? You going to look like you ducked them if you move up at that point. So just handle the business, move up if that's what you want to do. Unify if you can unify, you know, and move on. And let these young dudes come into the division and do what they need to do because otherwise you're gonna be called out by them. And then if you move up at that point, then it looks like you ducking.
For sure. JFL, you want to touch on that?
Yeah, I'll say this, man. I'm glad that we doing comparisons because we know they can't, you know, be those guys, legends. But not saying they can't, but they have potential to become somewhat close. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be the new generation, supposed to get better and better, right? So you gotta go twice as hard as the old school, you know what I'm saying, in the new school era. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is with that is, you know, these comparisons is putting things in perspective and also giving them somewhat credibility, you can say, like in a fighting style. And if they live up to the expectations, you know what I'm saying, then they can reach that goal and then we put more respect on their name. But as of yet, you know, a lot of things been said over the years, and then there was no pushing the needle right now on certain fights. And you know, that's what's everything's getting caught up now. You know what I'm saying? So this quarantine time,
they keep comparing it to the previous era, and they keep acting like, yo, this is the next Mayweather, this is the next Asa De La Hoya, this is the next blah blah blah, and then but they don't fight each other. So how we ever gonna know? They need to fight.
right. That's the bottom line. That's
how you find out when they fight each other who is who, huh?
And then
Exactly.
even though their resume shows or you know perception wise like okay, but then we actually look at it, it's like, bruh, like okay, you could do better.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo,
That's why they always say on paper it looks this way. It looks good. It looks great on paper, but we need to see the fight. Like you know what I mean? Like let
Right,
me see the
right.
fight.
Like
facts.
I feel like Canelo, Duran, for me, like you know, that's a like you got to step it up too. You know what I'm saying? You want that Duran stamp, get into that ring, bro. You want that Sweet Pea stamp, get in that ring, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta it's you the fighters after, not before.
Yeah,
You know what I
we
mean?
agreed on that one last night, JFL. We
Yeah,
agreed on the fact that that Canelo needs to, if he wants to stay at 168, that he needs to get all the smoke. He needs to go at Charlo. He needs to go at Benavidez. He needs to go at Plant. He needs to go at Andrade. He needs to go at everybody.
right.
You're right, bro. I'd rather see those names than Billy Joe Saunders, bro. Billy Joe
See
looked
for me,
like crap. He looked like crap in his last fight, bro. It looked like, bro, what? He looked like nothing, bro. And then he barely won that fight, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if he was steroid up during that, like you know how you feel the drug test. Like if you was steroid up and you look bad, damn, like you know, imagine if you clean and you go against Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Canelo should not
hey,
be worried. I don't think he's worried about them. I think it's more just he's trying to create a legacy. He's 29 already. I think he's just, but at this point now you already took a couple of fights off, fighting people just to get your recognition. So now go up and hurt people. You know what I mean?
hey, H Money.
What's up, bro?
I got a curve left. I got a curve left for you, man.
Come on with
When
it.
you when you mentioned Mosey, right? I was just thinking about now. Think about this. I know we compare Porter to like a Tim Bradley ish, right? Now when Porter was actually boxing, like the cleaner version of Porter in that Spence fight, when you compare that to a Mosley,
Porter?
yeah, like Porter to a Mosley, when Porter actually like a cleaner, non dirty tech. I can't go in like that. Well, you seen the difference in how he boxed with Spence and the difference in his other fights. But for me, I'm always looking at Porter as a Tim Bradley ball. But then you could also kind of say that first time he showed a glimpse of like almost a Shane Mosley effect. Like, what you think about that?
Not really. I think Porter was like he more of a dog. Like, I mean, of course, Shane Mosley was a dog too. I think Shane Mosley had way faster hands, and Shane Mosley was flashy. He was. I mean, Sean Porter could box a little bit too, but he's not like, like a boxer like that. Porter more of a brawler. Well, Shane Mosley was a brawler too, but Porter more of a dog, fight you on the
Yeah,
inside.
but in that Spence fight, he kind of showed more of a improvement, right?
Yeah, he did. Even in that Ugas fight, he was showing that he could box, and he was showing different aspects to his fighting style. But
we know that Shane Mosley, like he comes in, he box and he don't headbutt as much. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely toe to toe with you, and he brawl and he like that. So that's why to me, I feel as though he showed 2 times he showed a Shane Mosley ish to him.
Facts. Let's get to the chat smoke. Fresh BX says D Hodges, they don't hear you though. Fresh BX agrees with D Hodges. They both feel like Terrence Crawford is like I guess they said like a poor's man, Sugar Ray Leonard. They feel like he's like Sugar Ray Leonard, but he's not as good.
Chat smoke.
Like Fresh BX, like can he come into the chat or what? Like, you know what I mean? Because
he just likes to be in the chat. I think he just likes to be up in the chat.
You don't like to talk?
Yeah, he don't really. He just like to do the chat thing. Some of the brothers like to be in the chat.
Smoke.
He want that chat smoke. You know what I mean? He probably want some. You never know.
I'm gonna go on mute on that chat smoke.
I got no hate on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just saying like he got opinions and I would love to chop it up with him. You know what I'm saying? Like you see me
do
multiple channels, bro.
The panel smoke versus the chat smoke at times. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I know. I just wish that that people just look. If you in the comment section, you're already in the community. We should be chopping up as a community. It's okay if you disagree. Just chop it up. Just jump into the conversation and let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yo, Glenn, he actually makes the show fun. Like he always been like, you know what I'm saying, the guy to go against me type of thing. You know what I mean? Like if me and him be debating, like he be in the chat, he probably agree with me like with a few things, but most of the time, me and him was going at it. Like we both like Andrade. He likes Andrade. I love Andrade. He agreed with me with that Winky Wright Errol Spence comparison, but most of my other comparisons, he likes to debate and go against the grain. So man, it's good to have people like that. You know what I mean? I don't want everybody
to we can talk though. I wish that we could talk because you know what I mean. Like at the end of the day, we're not poking out chests. Like we're not on the streets poking out chests at each other. We talking in a boxing community, and we trying to build this channel. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we want to make this channel heard. And so if you got a difference of opinion, bro, we here to educate each other. You got something that you, like I said earlier, you guys said that he never got Errol Spence never got a gold in the Olympics. Fresh BX said the same thing. I went and looked it up while I was taking a little break, and I came back and admitted it. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's no, I mean, one of the few times I'm gonna be wrong, but hey, I was wrong. You know what I mean? Like, so hey, so we could talk about it all day.
I like to move the needle real quick, just for the panel chat smoke. So H Money, so you notice Boots Ennis, you need to work on defense. Now, what you have to, like anything you see in Spence game that he can work on?
Yeah. Fighters can always get better, but Errol Spence from conditioning, I would say, no, he's always actually in good shape. But I want to see, Errol Spence be more dedicated to the sport, out the ring. And I think since he's been given a second chance at life, and since that car accident, Errol Spence is a changed man, and he looks like he's more dedicated to the sport than ever. So as far as Spence, he's a great fighter in the ring. I just think like out the ring, it was some of his issues, but I think he fixed that now. But in that Porter fight, he showed me that Spence needed to tighten up his defense too. Spence took a lot of punches in that Sean Porter fight. You know what I mean? Unnecessary punishment. Just like Jaron Ennis. He needs to step up his defense, tighten up his defense. Even in that Kell Brook fight, Errol Spence took some punches. I mean, he didn't take like massive punches. He never got hurt or anything like that, but he took too many shots. I want to see Errol Spence use his feet more often and become more of a ring general. That's all. You know what I'm saying? The same and it's tighten up their defense, both of them.
You know what I think it is though? I think because he a dog, so what happens is when he gets clipped, he want to fight back. And a lot more. I mean, he's undefeated, so like we can't really get mad about that. But we know that if he fights the wrong person and gets clipped, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna drop him. And that was my whole thing when it came to the comparisons with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence before Terrence Crawford pretty much got dropped by Cole Velasquez. I was like, nah, Terrence ain't going through that, this and this and that. So I was wrong about that because then he got dropped. But at the end of the day, he did struggle against Kell Brook too. Not just as far as Errol Spence. He struggled against Kell Brook too, not just Sean Porter. And then he didn't knock out Mikey, who just moved up 2 weight classes. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people say, he wanted to outbox him, show a different cloth. You could have showed that against a boxer your size. You could have knocked this dude out. And you know what I'm saying? You could have knocked this dude out. Why you playing that card and at this point now? Oh, all of a sudden, I wanted to show my boxing skills. What, to a little guy? You should have knocked him out and gotten that respect right there. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Mikey runs around, and Mikey was pretty much running for his life that fight. So that's how he hung in there. But when it comes to the comparison with Ennis and with Errol Spence, I think that at the end of the day, they do have susceptible chins because they go in and they're looking, Ennis Boots, for example, he's got, 25 wins you said, and 23 knockouts out of those 25 wins?
Yep.
Okay, so he's already used to getting knockouts. So he's coming for a knockout. I don't know what the ratio is with Spence off the top, so I'm not going to try to guess. Because then the comments page and Fresh BX is gonna rip me up, and then I'm gonna have to do my research again. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know that he's pretty good at what he does, and he should have been able to knock out Mikey Garcia. But the reason he didn't was he chose to box, and Mikey's slick. So if he fights somebody like a Terrence Crawford that also comes forward, and he gets tagged, then we're going to see a fight of the year type of fight. And I think the same thing happens against a Porter if they fought again, or Keith Thurman, or Manny Pacquiao. I don't know if Manny Pacquiao at this age is going to be able to handle the smoke of Errol Spence or Crawford. I'm not going to lie. He did great in his last fight, but we also seen him get winded in the second half of the fight. So I don't know if he still has it in him, after a year layoff, and he's about to be 42. So I don't know about that, but maybe a good cash out fight somebody really good, pass the torch type of deal. But that's about that.
Yo, let me give I'm sorry, JFL. Let me just give a quick shout out to people in the chat. Shout outs to J8, my brother J8. Shout outs to Jay Cooley, man. Shout outs to everybody. Jesus Hernandez. You know what I mean? Shout outs to everybody. Mind Taker. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody. Keen Mitch. Everybody. Coco the Don. You know what I mean? D Hodges. Fresh BX. Appreciate everybody listening to the show. My bad, JFL. Go ahead.
No, you good, man. Roll call, man.
Quick shout out. Go ahead.
Fresh smoke. So pretty much is like, work on defense, work on your flaws more. That's across the board for any fighter. And what he was saying about Pacquiao, See, Pacquiao kind of tricky, man, because he can be winded first half of the fight, and then he just like get wind and get gusts, like on the second half of the fight, or sometimes it'd be the opposite. So he's kind of tricky, bro.
Look, I want to say this real quick. It's a comment from J8 in the chat. J8, man, shout outs to you. He says, I just wonder what it's going to look like when he face a big puncher. Talking about Jaron Ennis, because we seen Ennis get rocked. He got hurt against, pretty much a bum. Just imagine him in there with a big puncher. That's what J8 question is. I want to see too, J8.
I can answer somewhat because I'm curious too. Does he has a chin? I believe he has. Has his chin been tested by big puncher as of yet? No. But I feel as though, he might not take a full impact on shots, but if he do, like to me, I need to see the Savage switch on. You know what I'm saying? I need to see him turn that switch on. You know what I'm saying? I know he watched highlights and everything of Bruce Ennis, and he fights like at a certain pace, and then he dance and then he show off, and then but I'm like, I still haven't seen that switch yet.
Facts.
Maybe that big punch will turn on the switch.
Facts. Fresh BX says Terrence Crawford is better than Mosley. I don't know about that, bro. To be honest, Shane Mosley beat De La Hoya. Shane Mosley beat Vargas. He beat Fernando Vargas. And Shane Mosley knocked out Ricardo Mayorga. And he beat down Antonio Margarito, bro. Man, those are better wins than what Crawford had already, bro. You know what I mean? Crawford is still fighting, but you know what I mean? Shane Mosley beat some solid guys, dog. I mean, what y'all think about that? Who y'all think is better between Terrence Crawford and Mosley? Keep it real.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, you got to go ahead. Go ahead. He go after you.
All right. So I want to respond actually to Jay Cooley, who said basically that we're all fooled. Bud is fooling us, right? Now, bro, Bud was unified champion at 140. He came up to 147. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a top 3 pound for pound on anybody's list. So how's he fooling anybody? He's not fooling anybody. You know what I'm saying? You're probably thinking about the promoters, because the promoters are the ones hating. It's not Terrence. Terrence Crawford, we got video footage of him and Errol Spence going at each other face to face. And they're not scared of each other. It's promotional companies. So let's try to keep that one on the side, because at the end of the day, like when it comes to Terrence Crawford, I don't think that he's scared of anybody. Can he beat somebody? Okay, that's a different story. Can he beat Errol Spence? That's a conversation we could have. But as far as him fooling anybody, he's pound for pound top 3. You know what I mean? On anybody's list. Anybody got Terrence Crawford higher than number 4 or number 3 right now?
He's top 5 for sure. He's top 5 for sure. That's for sure. I don't put mine in order. I know he's in my top 5. But I see what Jay Cooley is saying though, because Jay Cooley is saying Crawford ain't beat nobody. Crawford beat everybody they put in front of him. But as far as like Hall of Fame fighters, like fighters that's elite, like real elite, top of the line, he hasn't beat like somebody like that. Even Spence, Spence beat Mikey Garcia, who's came from 135, but Terrence Crawford came from 135. So I don't want to hear when Spence and Crawford fight, and if Spence beat him, I don't want people to be like, oh, Crawford came from 135, he was small. Because Mikey came from 135, and Errol Spence beat Mikey, and Errol Spence doesn't get any credit for it. You see, that's the same thing if he beats Crawford. And also, Errol Spence, he beat Kell Brook, and he beat Sean Porter. You know what I mean? So,
but nobody wants to fight Bud, because they keep saying they keep fighting each other on the PBC, but they're not fighting Bud. So, I mean, is it Bud's fault? Like that they don't want to fight him? Because Bud, he seems to want to smoke with everybody.
Yeah, he's supposed to. He's doing his job. I'm not saying he's wrong. Maybe it's his promoter that's wrong. But, I like Crawford as a fighter. I like Spence. We just want to see them fight. All I'm just saying, I'm just pointing out the resume, and I'm just looking like, Bob Arum was supposed to give him that Manny Pacquiao fight. If he would have had Pacquiao on his resume, like Crawford beat Pacquiao, then we couldn't say nothing. We wouldn't be able to say nothing like, yo, you know what I mean?
You heard the topics right now that's going on right now about that?
Yeah, they saying Crawford and Pacquiao's negotiating or something like that.
Yeah, but he was negotiating with Mikey Garcia too, though.
Yep, it's just rumors. You right.
Because
Go
when
ahead,
Pacquiao,
go ahead.
I feel as though when Pacquiao mentions something, if it ain't coming from Pacquiao, I'm not believing it. Because
yeah, that's true. That's true. Pacquiao says it, you know it's true.
Right. So until then, that's still pending.
Facts. Look, I'm looking at D Hodges. D Hodges says at 140 he beat 4 champs for all the belts. They had to be good to become champions. Yeah, man. Hey, D Hodges, man, there's a lot of belts out there, man. A lot of champions winning belts. Like, you know what I mean? But who was those guys, bro? I can tell you who they was. It was Julius Ndongo, Thomas Delorme, and Victor Postal. That's how Terrence Crawford became undisputed at 140. I mean, those names aren't impressive, to be honest. He did what he was supposed to do, but it was a weak division. That's what I think. You know what I mean? But y'all take it away. I'm about to play some footage on the screen for the people. I want y'all to go.
I believe we can touch up on that topic some more once we do that comparison of Shane Mosley.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll agree with that.
Still, you know,
I'll agree with that.
So I like to talk about Virgil Ortiz real quick.
Okay.
And how he so-called ranked, and you know, I think that number 2 spot is going to his head. Personally, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you got there, but it's how you got there. You know what I'm saying? You got Herrera where he was already washed, you know what I'm saying? So to me, like, you still should be number 8 or 7 for real. You know what I'm saying? Not even top 2, but that's what he had. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just for that specific sanctioning body though. It's just for the IBF.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think overall he's considered number 2. I think it's just for that IBF.
The WBO, I think.
Because but the thing is, he got the opportunity.
I know it's for like one specific sanctioning body that he's ranked like that.
Right. So he got the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Just how Ugas got an opportunity. So now I'm like, okay, y'all in that position, right? So Ugas calling out top guys. Virgil Ortiz calling out top guys. But I'm like, you know, Boost is right there. You know what I'm saying? Granados is right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, you got both of them need either Ugas and Virgil need to get in the ring, or Virgil and Boots, or all of them had to get in the ring with the likes of Granados.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. They definitely need the stepping stone still. They definitely need to get up there. They're not, you know, they still prospects. You know what I mean? But I think the reason that he's calling people out is because he got pissed off when Errol Spence was saying he was a crybaby in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And I think he probably took that a little personal. You know what I mean?
I mean, but I heard he'd been calling him out prior to that.
Yeah.
I mean, saying their name is one thing. Like I said, because you know Boost is quiet. He ain't say no names yet. So I'm like, bruh, you in the wrong rank. You know what I'm saying? You should be in one of those sanctioning bodies like number 5. You know what I'm saying? Between 10 and 5. Bro, start saying some names too, bro. Like, I can't, like, just to say it like how everybody else is saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that right to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. There's some people they don't talk the same, man. Look, Bud is
what
real
Mayweather said. What Mayweather said, bro? You know what Mayweather said? He like, you gotta talk that talk to get the fight that you want, man. You know what I'm saying? So Mayweather is giving gems out here, and people ain't catching on. Like, he gave Ryan a gem to take this offer if you want to take. You know what I'm saying? And that went over people's heads. But I'm like, okay, but you know, back to Boost and Spence. You know.
Hell yeah.
So
So what
Certain
we
teams
watch
is
right
moving a
here?
certain way. I ain't feeling, man.
I like when Jaron Ennis goes to the body, man. You know what I mean? When he goes to the body and he tighten up his defense, he gonna be hard to beat. You know what I mean? I don't want him to get too cocky. I don't like when he leaves his hands down. I want to see him use that high guard defense that Errol Spence uses, that winky right high guard peekaboo defense. He's gonna be hard for anybody to beat him, bro. You know what I mean? I don't want to see him fighting with his hands down like he Roy Jones. I don't like that shit. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like that shit.
Bro,
That's
I mean,
oh my bad. I
no,
got
you
a
good.
text. Hold on. No, I got a text, bro. You got it.
Like, so when it comes down to it, bro, he's gonna get checked at some point if he keeps doing that because we all know, bro, you can't leave your chin out like that. You know what I'm saying? No matter how fast you are. So you keep leaving your chin out like that, you're gonna get somebody that's fast, you know, and they're gonna tag you on the chin, and that's gonna make you second guess your whole style. But you know, you should learn off of other people's failures and just say, you know, hey, let me not be so cocky. Let me, you know, keep it professional. You know, because at the end of the day, you also pretty much dissing the next dude when you're doing that. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh, you can't catch me. You can't catch me. You know, that's one of the things I don't like about Caleb Plant when he does that. When somebody misses a shot and he looks over the ring like, oh, where the hell did that go? You know what I'm saying? I know you're trying to be funny and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna get caught for doing shit like that.
Look, this is Jaron Ennis fight right here on the screen. Man, he's a wicked body puncher, bro. That's why I see that Errol Spence comparison. Those body shots, bro. He be dominating when he goes to the body, bro. You know what I'm saying? That should be his game plan. Be a body puncher, bro. Instead, like JFL, you saying he's a headhunter. We want to see him be a body puncher, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be a body snatcher out there like Spence. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up your defense. Use that high guard D, that peekaboo defense. Man, he's going to be hard for anybody to beat. He got the skills. He got the athleticism. But, you know, he got to get better. He's only 22 years old. He will get better. But, you know, maybe it's something to do with his trainer. I mean, I know he's trained by his father. I know a lot of boxers that were trained by their father, and they end up, you know, getting another trainer, just like Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley had Jack Mosley as his trainer, and he ended up getting rid of his father, brought somebody else in. Sean Porter, a lot of people feel like Kenny Porter, you know, is not teaching Sean Porter other things. Like, sure, Sean Porter is a dog, but there's more things that Sean Porter could add to his game. And I feel like, you know, maybe Kenny Porter should be replaced. You know what I mean? Because a lot of guys, they have their father and they don't want to, you know, get anybody else in to help them. You know what I mean? But y'all want to.
What he's saying is what's ain't broke, what's fixed can't be broken, whatever. But like you said, there's always room to improve. And you know, they own that style. That's what we know them for. You know what I'm saying? That's what people like them for. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, you still can improve on your skill set. You know what I'm saying? Because I be seeing flaws in multiple fighters, and I'm like, if I can see this, how doesn't a trainer see this shit?
Yeah. I think that at this point, you know, and shout out to TJ Ford, shout out to Boxing Champ, you know what I'm saying, in the building with us, you know. But I think that at the end of the day, when it come down to it, you know, Terrence Crawford or Ennis Boots. I'm sorry, we were talking about Terrence Crawford earlier. Boots, he needs to stop because you know what they say. He's a tall dude. They say don't give up your height. And by doing that, by doing the showboat and putting your face out there like that, you giving up your height. And that's your advantage right there. So as a boxer, you should know better than that. Don't give up your height. Keep boxing from the outside. That's how Travis Trout, and I was saying this last night, that's how Travis Trout beat Cotto so easily. He had a 6-inch reach advantage, solid boxer. Cotto couldn't get it off because he kept them at bay. He just kept them at bay. Jab, 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 jab all night. If you look at that fight, it's jab, jab, jab. Cotto tried to come in, jab, 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 and he just couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? So, and it's the same way that Joshua beat Andy Ruiz. You know, jab, 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 stay on the outside. Yeah, he looked a little shook because of the first time he got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? But he still did what he needed to do to win the you know, the rematch. You know, and that's what Sugar Ray did against Duran. You know what I'm saying? Like he just kept outside. You know, you got to be smart. You know, so unfortunately, some people don't learn until they lose. So he should just learn off of previous people's experience and just not try to showboat and maintain his height, don't and reach advantage and not give up the height. Because if he gives up the height against the wrong person, he's gonna get knocked out.
And you know what else too? I think he needs to do more studying his opponents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The more you study your opponent, the more you feel as though how you operate in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He might just his first time seeing his opponent, he might just go in and just do his thing, man. But I think he should definitely once he gets serious and he get in certain fights, he need to really watch his opponent's fights, man. And study them. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is with Spence and Boots, by the body punching is cool, but you know, he's more mobile than a Spence. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say he's like a Spence and an AB. You know what I'm saying? Like AB throw hands. I know that's a joke, right? But he throw hands.
I literally, yo, bro, my lips like went up like in a smirk. Like, what the fuck did he just say? He said that shit.
No, look, I'm saying when we know AB, like when we know AB, when he throw hands, you know what I'm saying? But I know people say that is like
It's been a minute. We know his potential. Let's just say that. We know his potential.
Yeah, so it's like he never he goes he's he a headhunter too, right? And Spencer's a body puncher more so than the headhunter. So he need to find that common ground with those two styles. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he's trying to find that out, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
like it's two different styles within one, so it's kind of like he got to know how to own each one to like also with defense, bro. The best defense, the best offense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, look, I'm saying Jaron Ennis is at his best, bro, when he go into that body, bro. And like Glenn said, you know, the jab, bro. The jab is the most important punch in boxing. Jaron Ennis is 5'10". He's one of the biggest welterweights. He got a 74-inch reach. Why not keep the fighter on the outside? Keep your opponent on the outside. Use your jab, bro. He should be using that jab, bro, every time. You know what I mean? He has a great jab. He needs to use it more often. He needs to tighten up his
defense. That's what I'm saying. Right. That's what I'm saying. He should get with the money team, bro. Floyd Mayweather will get him right, bro.
You're right. He should train with Floyd. Matter of fact, Floyd is saying, bro, he's trying to help all fighters, bro. So I think
all fighters.
Yeah, if a fighter like reaches out to Floyd, I'm thinking Floyd to train anybody right about now. From what he's saying.
And look, you already know Spence and Floyd situation, AB and Mayweather situation. So I'm like, you know, Boots is giving Mayweather two styles in one. So he probably had like that'd be a good training right there. You know what I'm saying? Plus that'd be a good look. You know what I'm saying? You training everybody and grab every, you know, like Glenn said, grab the top guys in different areas and make your team diverse with it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and be the best trainer as that's your new route that he gonna take is expertise in training. So like I said, he gonna be 50-0 in training, you know what I'm saying? But he gotta get those fighters, man. And I think, you know, Booth's team is, you know, is what it is, but you know, they could find a way to, you know, I'm pretty sure Mayweather looking at Boots, bro. I'm pretty sure he is.
Oh, yeah, everybody looking at him. For sure. Even Eddie Hearn was trying to sign him. You know what I mean? But he was going through that issue with his promoter. You know, I told you that he signed a bad contract with a promoter in the beginning of his career. So Eddie Hearn couldn't sign him. But Eddie Hearn ended up signing Devin Haney, but Eddie Hearn wanted to sign Jaron Ennis as well.
Right.
I think going back to it, Floyd would be a great trainer because I think going back to what we've been talking about him, you know, like showboating and shit like that. Floyd Mayweather is going to show him ring IQ, and I think that's what he's lacking because if he had ring IQ, he would be using his jabs. He would be not showboating. You know, he just be doing his job and getting out of there with an easy check.
Right. And it's different when you showboat and still in control. You know what I'm saying? That's what Mayweather the fucking GOAT, man. I gotta say that, bro. Because when he showboat, he already done what he did and he showboat. And then he go back at it again. Like people who showboat in mid rounds and like within minutes, it's like, why are you showboating at this time for? Like, that's not time for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. You gotta maintain, and like I said, it's a disrespect to the other fighter. So if that fighter has skills like that, and you make him mad, all of a sudden you get tagged, like Lucien Bute did to Edison Miranda back in the day, because Edison Miranda was a beast back in the day. He fought like he got his jaw broken in the second round, went 12 rounds, and then won the fight.
Yeah,
Man,
Edison Miranda
when
was one of the
showboating
biggest
goes
in
wrong,
boxing
bro.
at the time. He was knocking everybody out.
Yeah, he was a
Yo, we
beast.
gotta
And
play that. But hey, can you play that H Money when showboating goes wrong?
Okay, as long as there ain't like no new videos, I'll do it. But let me
No. That's in general, I think.
I
I think
got
you
you.
can play
I'm gonna
something
play.
like that.
I want to finish these Jaron Ennis highlights I had. I'm showing you some. Look, his best work is when he go to the body, bro. The
It's
man
fair
is a
use, man.
tremendous
Fair
body
use, man.
puncher. He be knocking people out to the body. Most of his knockouts is coming from body shots. Look at that. Look at those body shots, dog. He's a great body puncher. He's beating the shit out this dude, bro. Look at that. Right hands, bam, landing clean rights, walking them down. You know what I'm saying? But his opponents, I'm seeing, bro, he got to step up his opponents too. Like these guys are some bums, man. To be honest, bro, you know what I mean? He's fighting a bunch of no names, but you know
Hey,
what?
H Money.
What's up with you?
You know,
I'm sorry, what you say? JFL, what you say? Oh, he must have fell off. Dang, he fell off. Come back, yo. TJ Ford said Jaron Ennis versus Mikey. Man, that's a good fight. I think Ennis versus Ugas. JFL, come back, bro. Where you go?
yeah, and why don't we get like? There's nobody in the chat that want to get on, like for real.
I just dropped the link in the chat too. So if anybody did want to get on, you know, it's.
I mean, I want to meet some of these brothers, man. Some of these brothers I'll be chopping it up with on different channels and your channel. I mean, you know, like let's just talk boxing, man. What's going on?
Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up, man. You know what I mean? Let me get some more Jaron Ennis highlights for y'all, bro. You know what I mean? Jaron Ennis, future welterweight champion. JFL come back, dog. I don't know how he fell off. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's check out some Jaron Ennis highlights real quick. The man is spectacular, bro. Sky is the limit for this kid. Great talent, Jaron Ennis. You know, PBC. He fights for Al Heyman in PBC. Yo, what was you saying, JFL, before you fell off?
that drop, man. My phone be tripping sometimes. But yeah, what I was saying is, if it's possible, we can show when showboating goes wrong. But let me tell you this too. Like we have a prime example of Ugas, who basically in that Porter fight, he was showboating as well. You know what I'm saying? And he was overly doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Sean
He was
Porter
taunting
was
too much.
showboating against Ugas.
I think Sean Porter showed more composure than Ugas, because Ugas was like taunting, and I'm like, why is you taunting right now? He's showboating. I'm like, why is you showboating right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, get to work, bro. You know what I'm saying? So even though he got knocked down, they say it was a slip, whatever. But prior to that, you know, I feel as though like you just know he was doing extra, being extra. You know what I'm saying? And showboating. So that's a good example. You know what I mean? And see how Boots just showboat right there?
Yeah.
But that was good. He got away from a punch. Now that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But all that hands down stuff, like you said before, like, and do it when you know it's right. You know what I'm saying? And keep your hands up all times. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he got two different type of styles, and you know he want to just dance around you. You know what I mean? And keep his hands down because he's not ready to engage yet. But at the same time, like you get caught going back.
Yeah.
So
And
you
then
know,
on top of that, while
hopefully
he
he
was
learned
showboating, my bad, go
his
ahead.
own tape for that too. Like damn, that's why Mayweather said, "Yo, I watch." Mayweather actually said, "I don't even watch my tapes and shit." But sometimes he said he do watch his tape because you know he can get better at what he do. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to watch yourself also. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm drawn with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then on top of that, like when it comes to Ennis, when he did that right there, where he was showboating, if it was a more skilled fighter that went to the body instead of the head, because they try to hit him to the head, if it was somebody that would have went straight to the body with a nice ass hook and it was quick enough, you know what I'm saying, he would have paid for that. You know,
Right,
and
right, right.
And so you got to be, just because you and not in there with top competition yet, you still gotta respect the fighter that's across from you, man, because it's boxing.
Right.
You get one
He
of
can get away from it.
you get one of these dudes, straight up. You get one of these dudes that got like 20 losses and 20 wins, and from Mexico and shit, and they know how to hit to the body and shit. And you do some shit like that, all of a sudden you just ruin your career to a nobody because you were showboating. You know what I'm saying? You can't do shit like that. You gotta be responsible.
You get that Duran in that ring, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
You get something like a Duran in there who got all angles and power, and then that will slow him down. You know what I'm saying?
D Hodges, what up?
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. Hey, my boy Glenn, man, you brought somebody, man, to the panel, bro. Appreciate it, man. Hey, D Hodges, man, good to have you on a platform right now. What's your thoughts on Jaron Ennis as a fighter, and how good is he, and where do you think he can go in the future? How good can he be in the future?
I don't know, shit. If he keep punching niggas in the body like that, he can go far. It's hard to defend those ones. People could take them to the face, but I noticed them good ones to the body, you can't even get up no more. That guy is an awesome body puncher. The few fights I just watched, he is destroying the body, dog. And that slows people down too. So all them speedy niggas, bow, he gonna slow them down once he go to that body. So I got nothing but thing. I know he gonna beat Virgil Ortiz. He gonna beat the brakes off. In my opinion, not because going for the black man, not because of that, but it's just the way them body punches look. Ortiz ain't gonna know how to deal with that body punch, man. That dude couldn't get back up. They had to go rush in and help him up and all that. When people hit to the body like that they are bad people.
You think he's consistent with that though, or he need to do more of it?
More of it, because it's easy. That's why Spence do it. Once you get in close enough, treat his body like the heavy bag. Wow. Oh my God. Niggas get broken ribs. You get the kidneys. You can hit, oh man, the body blows be the worst because you can't breathe. What? If you ever played this game called Open Chest, if somebody punch you in your chest hard enough, that should have knocked all the wind out you. So body blow is like
in and out, yo.
It's a forgotten art though. If you can really hit people in the body, you're fine. Because they're gonna be blocking their face with that high guard. Bow! Crack the shit out that body. Up, them hands are coming down. Bow! Come upstairs. Easy. I wish I could take punches. I would have been a boxer, but I ain't gonna lie. I can't. I don't think I'm well at taking punches. I could do the punching, but I don't know about taking them. But all you gotta do is really hit them real hard in the body. They're gonna drop their hands, and then with your other hand, come up top. That's just my opinion. But I think Boots is gonna do good though. As long as he stays in the body, he's fine.
Only thing I disagree with was that he gonna knock out Virgil Ortiz easy, because I think they're both up and coming. I think they're both gonna be a force to be reckoned with to anybody in the welterweight division. But let me ask you this though. So going back to the topic, so you think if he's showboating like that and he deals with a dude like Virgil Ortiz or anybody else really that has hand speed enough to catch him, when he does that, you think he's gonna be able, because he hasn't been tested?
Yeah, if he do that shit, he just better be able to take a punch. And seemed like he got punched a good few times, and it seemed like he could take a punch too.
True, but against who though? Against who? Like a knockout artist or like one of the top welterweights? Like I don't think he got.
See, that's the whole thing about it. I don't worry about who's the knockout artist. Anybody can get knocked out. It don't matter. You have 27 fights and you only knock 5 people out. You knock them 5 people out. So them shits can happen just randomly.
But that's so what I'm saying. But you got. My bad. Go ahead.
But it's like I don't know. It's just knockouts happen. You get clipped.
But when you throw your chin out there, though, like this is the prime example. Roy Jones Jr. looked like a damn machine, He looked like a machine, and then gets knocked out. You know, Glenn Johnson did it. Tarver did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like, so that's what I'm saying. So you could look like you're the best ever, but if you showboating and throwing your chin out there, and you got a person with a quick response, you could get knocked out no matter who you are.
Oh, most definitely. That's why I said you got to know what you're doing. Because Floyd used to put his hand down. Hasim, even though he got knocked out once, put his hand down. Like you got Parnell put his hands down, Emmanuel Augustus put his hands down. You got to be good at
fighting
it.
when they did that. They knew who they were fighting when they did that. That's what I mean. Like, and you got a good point. You're right. Emmanuel Augustus did that. Pernell Whitaker was famous for that. Roy Jones did that. Mayweather did that. But they knew who they were fighting. Like, you know, you wouldn't see Mayweather. I don't believe that you would see Mayweather in that fight with Cotto putting his hands down. As a matter of fact, he was looking like, yo, damn, Cotto's coming at me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me keep shoulder rolling. You know what I mean?
Because you got to, sometimes it works, because sometimes that's how people bait people into a knockout. Put their hands down, move their head back, bow. Nigga sleeping. It has a good and a bad. It all depends upon who's using it. If you know what you're doing with it, that shit will really suck people in. And
what part of up north you from, bro?
Huh?
What part of up north you from?
Oh, Boston all day.
Okay, all right. I can hear the difference, like from the southern language and the eastern language. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Boston my whole life. I ain't never been nowhere else. Well, I mean, I ain't never lived nowhere else. Yeah, but I'm just saying that. I got confidence.
My bad. So you're a big not Gotti. Gotti, you're a big Ward fan?
He's white, not really, but I cheer for him.
Oh, I'm saying from Boston though. Like, damn, I didn't say he was like you know, black or white.
He was a white person, so I really, you know, I really don't. I'm not racist because I got a white friend or two, but I really don't. I really don't care for white. I don't care for white people too much.
It's like that's like the reverse.
I do.
That's like the reverse where the white guy has the black friend.
Yeah, I cheer for Josh Taylor and what's the other one? Josh Taylor and Josh Kelly. I cheer for them. So I do like white fighters. I just don't like most of them. and I like Lomachenko. I can't admit I like Lomachenko too, but the rest.
Yo,
I can care less for.
I thought you got that line from a movie or something, bro.
That was funny though. That was funny. Like, yo, greetings, brother. Greetings to the channel.
Yo, D Hodges. I want to know, as far as the comparison between Errol Spence and Jaron Ennis, do you see any similarities in their fighting style? You know, both of them are considered very big welterweights. Both of them are great body punchers. Do you like that similarity? Do you see it? Do you see the comparison?
Errol's gonna stop him as soon as he do that stupid head shit. Errol's gonna clip him. You can't do that shit with Errol. You can't do that. Drop your hands in. Oh, if he do that with Errol, that nigga is going to sleep.
Hey, but I'm saying, like, not them fighting. I'm not asking about Errol Spence fighting him, but I'm saying, dude, the way from the talent of Jaron Ennis.
Oh yeah, he's definitely, because he walks you down and punches the shit out your body. He's definitely like Errol.
Okay, so you like that comparison?
Yeah, of course. He walks you down. He don't run. He walks you down and hits you. I like people that don't run, and from them fights you showed me, he didn't run. He comes forward.
For sure.
It might come back to haunt him one day, but so far he's doing just fine with it. Shit.
For sure.
22 knockouts out of 24 wins. He's doing something right.
Now he got 25 wins with 23 knockouts. He's only 22 years old.
Yeah, and it don't matter if a person's a bum or not. If you knock somebody out, it don't matter. In the hood, it don't matter if the nigga clear fight, you knocked his ass out. It don't matter. Once you get the knockout, it don't matter. Because it's hard to knock somebody out. You can outbox somebody. You can do all that. But you got to knock a nigga out, you got to really actually place that punch at the proper time and catch him. So it's hard to knock people out. You know what I'm saying? That's why people need to respect Wilder, because no matter what, he figured out a way to fucking do it. Put it right on the button. Boop. Sleep. Get the ambulance. Bring out the stretcher. Yeah, it's hard to knock people out, man. You got to be good at it, man.
For sure. He's a gym rat too. As you can see on the screen, this is him working out. He getting ready for his fights. And you know, he comes from a family of fighters too. Two of his brothers were fighters. Both of his brothers were professional boxers, and his dad was a boxer. So it's in his bloodline. He's out of Philly. We know about the Philly fighters such as Bernard Hopkins, Joe Frazier, Meldrick Taylor, Julian Williams, fighters such as Danny Garcia. You know, now you got Jaron Ennis. You know what I mean? So and he fights on PBC. He fights for Al Heyman. I think Al Heyman found himself possibly the next great welterweight. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be a champion for a very long time. He's only 22 years old. He's only going to get better and better. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see him tighten up his defense. You know, I don't like when he dropped those hands down like that. He's not Pernell Whitaker. You know what I mean? Don't try to do what Pernell Whitaker does. You know, I want to see him use that high guard defense like Errol Spence. You know, keep them hands up like Spence.
This my thing though with Boots. I like when he you know entertain at times, but you know when it comes to bigger punches, I feel as though he should take those fights like extra serious and be like first to the punch. You know what I'm saying? Like he should, you know, with those type of big punches, if he can like attempt those fights, you know, to get him out of here quick, like within like first round, second round. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't play around and let it go on a few rounds, even though he can go rounds with those guys. But in those fights, I feel, you know, coming off wins and getting serious fight, now it's time to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to step it up, show your power for real. Because I think he's show his power sometimes and he's off the gas. So I think when it comes to bigger punches, he gotta make a statement. You know what I'm saying? He can't let it linger on. You know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of my point. You hit the nail on the head right there, because that's my point right there. Like when it comes to the showboating, yo, don't waste your time doing that. So waste your time practicing your skills, because you're in a professional bout, and let's see the skills and practice. Let's see what's going on with you, like the ring IQ, you know, the feints, this and that, you know, and show us what you really have to offer if you was to get into a fight with one of these top-notch dudes. And I think that right now that's the only reason we even question it, because we all see his potential. But at the end of the day, the only reason that we even have any doubts is because of the fact that he likes to play around like that. And you can't play around like that when it comes to a professional bout.
You're right. Especially when it comes to elite fighters. Like, you know, Hopkins, I respect your opinion about him and Virgil Ortiz, but, you know, Virgil Ortiz is one of the biggest punchers right now. Like you said, you love knockouts. Virgil Ortiz got 15 wins, 15 knockouts, every win by knockout. So he better be careful, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know he's bigger than Virgil. He's a bigger guy. Virgil came up for 140, but we haven't seen Jaron Ennis in a match with a puncher. So, you know, he just got to tighten up that defense, because when he goes in there with elite punchers, like, you know, like a knockout artist like a Maidana or somebody like that, you got to be careful. That's all. That's my concerns for him.
And on top of that, you know, he can come forward and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like he can come forward and still use his hip movement coming forward. You know what I'm saying? Not always on the back foot. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, you know, with the big punches, you know, you get caught going back most of the time because you can't, you know, escape all the punches. But I believe, you know, if he goes more towards toe to toe, you know, not necessarily to the body either. Like he can headhunt if you want, but you know, he needs to apply that going forward just as much. You know what I'm saying?
If he wants to knock somebody out, he could use that jab. This is what we were talking about earlier. He could use that height and that reach advantage and jab, and feint until he gets somebody and use it to the body, like D. Hodges was saying, and do something without showboating, just really trying to refine his skills, and then catch somebody and knock him out like that. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure with his skills and his height and all that, that's probably why he got 23 knockouts out of 25 wins. But at the end of the day, when you start dealing with the elite fighters, they got the same game plan. You know?
Facts. I want to say this, and I'm going to pass it to D Hodges. I think from watching him right now, I know he's only 22, but I know from what I'm seeing, Errol Spence has a way better jab than him, and Errol Spence has a better defense than him. From what I'm seeing, Errol Spence defense and his jab is better, bro. So that's what he needs to improve on. Keep throwing that jab and tighten up your defense. You know what I mean? D Hodges, any thoughts?
Well, he's only 22, so, sit back and see how he is by 25. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still super young, so you really can't judge. Because you judge people young, then they end up being old bums. So wait till you get in the 20s. At least let him fight a champion, and then I can, assess him. But right now, I can't assess him to Errol at all.
The thing is, he's 20, between 20 and 25, bro, like 22, 25. He need to get it, and he need to get a fight now. Like,
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's only 22 now, so he got the 25 to prove me something. Because by 25, that's like a good long time in boxing. So if you ain't did nothing by 25, then I don't know.
Listen, you think he should get in the ring right now with Virgil? Or that makes more sense to me. Or
of course, that's a good fight. They both are prospects. Throw him in there with Bud or Spence.
No.
But Brother Ortiz is a good one. He's only 15-0.
That's what I'm saying. The only option I feel as though right now for Ugas, Virgil, and Boots is them.
I don't want Ugas. He's gonna wipe Ugas. Ugas is a slow fucking mummy. Oh my God.
Hold on. What I'm saying is Ugas, like he taunts too at most times. Like, so that's kind of like a fun fight.
No, I would rather Ortiz.
Hold on, bro. Ugas, sometimes he do get serious though, bro, and he do steps it up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. He do apply pressure, so you can't ignore that. You know what I'm saying? So, and he throw hands too, but
Ugas is old. I'd much rather two young bucks. Know what I'm saying? I don't want a young guy versus an old man.
Bro, not Usyk. I said Ugas.
Yeah, I know. He's not. He's like in the 30s. I'd much rather see him fight Virgil Ortiz. They're around the same age. They both young and up and coming. I'd much rather see that. I think it'll be more entertaining. Because Porter was kind of beating up, kind of like giving it to Ugas a little bit in this dude's hands is way more better than Porter. So Ugas, I don't want to see that. I wouldn't want to see that fight. Just in my opinion, I much rather Virgil Ortiz because he's a dog too. So I really think that'll be like. Yeah. It'll be a better fight.
What I'm saying is they all in that same lane though. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody who had quick start, somebody had late start, or whatever case may be. That doesn't matter because now you in the welterweight division, bro. So all that, you know what I mean? Wait till 25 and all that. No, he got to press the gas down. You know what I'm saying? So by the time you get 25, those years, bro, there's not days, bro.
Then he got more, but then he got more because if he do beat Ugas, they're gonna say Ugas was old. He was damaged by Porter.
Nah, man. Because they want Ugas to fight. They want Ugas to fight. They want Ugas to fight top guys right now. They want Ugas to fight top guys right now, so you can't say that.
Okay, look, check this out. I want to say this. Like, all right, we know Virgil Ortiz is on the zone. He fights on the zone. And Ugas is a PBC fighter. Jaron Ennis is on PBC. So just on the PBC side, who would y'all like to see Jaron Ennis fight next? Because PBC got all the welterweights. They got
John Porter. I would love it with Porter. I would love to see it. I would love Porter before Ugas. Porter would be.
I feel you. That's a good fight.
Porter.
What do you think? JFL Jaron Ennis versus Porter.
That's not realistic right now.
Why you say that? You don't think he's ready for Porter?
I mean, if Ugas got a shot at Porter, why not? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Ugas wasn't even ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, he bypassed a couple other opponents he should have faced before he even got to a Porter. You know what I'm saying?
Because look, see,
I think I'm gonna agree with JFL though on this one because at the end of the day, he needs to show us like some step up competition, like Granados, like he was saying earlier, like Granados and other people. You know, before he gets to that elite level, because again, we're still questioning if he could take a shot if he starts showboating like that. So he needs some time to fix that and just maintains his jab, try to get over his ego and get over the fact that, yo, I'm undefeated, you know, but he got 25 fights, man. Like, so you got one fight less than Errol Spence Jr., then you should be putting in that work right now. So I get where D Hodges is coming from, but I don't think he should just jump in and try to do, because nobody even knows his name really right now. You know what I'm saying? We talking about it because we know about it, but you know what I'm saying? Nobody really knows his name. That's not going to be a big money making fight, so that's not going to happen. That's not realistic.
And a follow up to that, bro. My bad. I was going to follow up off of that.
Yo, I just want to say this, like, all right, PBC got all the welterweights from Errol Spence, Sean Porter, they got Danny Garcia's, they got Ugas, you know what I mean? They got a lot of guys. Keith Thurman, even Keith Thurman, that, you know, that's an interesting fight versus Keith Thurman. But man, to me, I think Sean Porter is a good test. A lot of guys be saying, yo, Sean Porter is like they saying Terrence Crawford is ducking Sean Porter. A lot of guys saying Spence didn't want the Porter rematch. If say Jaron Ennis takes that Porter fight and he beats Porter up, say he knocks out Porter, man, he gonna be the man though.
You'll be the man if he knock out Porter. You did something Spence couldn't do. You did something nobody could do. Oh, you'll be the man, nigga. Your fucking stock will shoot up.
That would be a crazy statement that he can make, but what I'm saying is
he'll be a star, bro. I don't know if he's ready because I've been seeing him against lesser opponents. You know what I mean? I've seen him struggle with that. You know, that brawler. Well, he didn't struggle because he won by knockout, but those type of styles kind of give him problems, man. If Porter can get on the inside, rough him up, you know what I mean? That'll probably be tough for him. But if he can deal with it and beat Porter, yo,
he'll get more credit for beating Porter than Ugas.
Yeah, he will.
Even if he
all right, but this is what I'm saying though. Granados is the key. You know what I'm saying? Granados, he went to war with Porter, bro. He had a tougher fight than Ugas. You know what I'm saying? So Granados, in my opinion, he deserved more fights with welterweights than the ones that's calling out the welterweights. You know what I'm saying? Granados need to be in the mix even more now. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Virgil, Boots, Granados, and Ugas. That's it right there, bro. There's no other. For me, there's no other way around those fights.
Well, I think.
Go ahead, Mom.
I think that when it comes down to it, look, you're right. It would be a better win if he beats Porter, but that's a stretch right there. You see what I'm saying? Like, so we need to see that he could actually beat somebody like Granados or one of these other contenders. You know what I'm saying? Because if he goes all in on somebody like Porter and Porter whoops his ass, then his career's over.
Yo, I think he's gonna beat the hell out of Granados, dog. Like, I think he's gonna.
But that's gonna earn him his respect, though. That's my point.
At the end of the day, if I lose, I will much rather lose to Sean Porter than Ugas. If I do lose, you lose to Ugas, your career is really over. Your career's done, nigga. At least you got beat by Porter. You know, they'll probably say he wasn't ready and all that. But if you get beat by Ugas, there ain't nobody can't make up nothing for you.
True. That's not true because Porter beat Ugas. You know what I'm saying? So if Ugas would have beat Boots, that'd be, who knows how he won that, how he get the nod.
No, I'm saying Boots' career is over. It's over. You get beat by Ugas, you're definitely done. At least Porter, you might get away with it, but if you lose to old Ugas, whatever, you might as well just go drop a division or go up or whatever. In my opinion, I much rather lose to Sean Porter than Ugas. If I'm gonna choose somebody to lose to.
But what I'm saying is, it's not that question right there. It's not that who I choose to lose to. I choose to prepare myself and gain the experience before I fight Sean Porter. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay, look. I just want to say this because that fight between Porter and Ugas was a close fight. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people felt like Ugas beat Sean Porter.
No, but it's money.
Like and a lot of people felt like Ugas dropped Sean Porter in that 12th round.
It's money.
What's up?
Granados did way more than Ugas, bro. He brawled the shit out of Porter, bro. They went toe to toe, battle.
Granados and who?
Porter.
Granados fought Porter? I didn't know that.
Bro, that was a war, bro.
Granados fought Porter.
Was it Broner? Hold up.
Yeah, it was Broner.
He fought. I
think it was Broner. And it was Porter. I mean, Broner beat him by a split decision. So I think it was Broner you talking about. I don't remember Ugas fighting. No, I don't remember Granados fighting Porter. I don't think he fought Porter. Just being
hold
real.
on, man. Let me double check because I remember.
I don't think he fought him though. Just being honest with you.
Check real quick. Let me
go to box rec. I don't think he fought Granados.
I know he fought.
Granados got knocked out by Danny Garcia. Adrian Granados. I'm gonna go to his box rec. Yeah, Granados. He been in there with Broner and Danny Garcia. He got 8 losses. Man, this man got 8 losses. It ain't.
No, but he a beast though. He's still a beast though.
He got 8 losses though, dog. Come on, bro. And he's only 30
fight,
years old. 8 losses, 30. Come on, bro.
No, but some of his fights he got robbed in, bro.
He lost to Javier Fortuna.
Yeah, right there, Sean Porter. See,
he did fight Porter. You right. He did fight Porter.
Hey, yo, they was going to war, bro.
Yeah, I didn't see that. He won 12 rounds with Porter. See, Porter's not even a big puncher, dog. Danny Garcia knocked out Granados. You know what I'm saying? And Sean Porter.
He got a better resume so far. He got Adrian Broner. He got Porter. He got, bro, his resume is nice, bro. Even though
he fought a lot of people. Yeah, and he just fought Robert
Danny
Easton.
Garcia.
He lost to Robert Easton Jr.
You know what I'm saying?
Losing.
No, but I'm saying some certain fights, they robbed him on his last fight. You know what I'm saying? So he still got he got better names already, bro.
I mean, if Boots does beat him, it's gonna be like, yo, he just beat a guy who got 8 losses, so he's not gonna get no props for beating Granados, dog.
No, Granados a tough boy, man. He goes to war. Even though he loses, he still gives the toughest fights, bro. He gave Porter a run for his money, bro. Technically, that's a draw for real.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I didn't even know that. I'm happy you told me that. But from what I'm seeing, say if he does fight Granados, then it's gonna be like it is a step up in competition. It's gonna be like, yo, he beat a guy who been in the ring with Adrian Broner, a man who been in the ring with Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. So yeah, he'll get a little bit of clout for that. It's better than those bums he's been fighting, but you know what I mean? To make a splash though in the division, I think Porter. I think I gotta agree with D Hodges, bro. You know what I mean? If he beats Porter, bro, he gonna get clout. Like, yo, this man is for real. You know what I'm saying? He beat Porter. Like, say if he beat Porter better than Errol Spence did, they gonna be like.
Can you go to Ugas?
Yeah, I can go to Ugas. Let me go to him. Ugas faced Sean Porter, so let me go to Sean Porter and then I pull up Ugas. But yeah, if Sean Porter,
why y'all doing that? Why y'all doing that? I want to jump in real quick. Why y'all doing that? We can't always do that by the resume though, because the resume is important. But look at Orlando Salido beating Lomachenko, right? He had how many losses when he beat Lomachenko? You know what I'm saying? And so you look at it, it's experience. So and Granado's been in there with the best, like you just said. So he would be. I think he's a stepping stone to get there. If he could prove himself against Granado, knock him out, get him out of there, then you'd start talking about Porter and shit like that. But right now, there's nobody on his resume that is even remotely close to a Porter.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right for sure. But here go Ugas for you, JFL. You wanted me to pull up Ugas. Here you go.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, so what made? Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out before Porter. Who was he actually facing?
Before Porter, who did Ugas face?
Yeah. I mean, I know
Porter, he faced Ray Robinson, Thomas Delorme. Thomas Delorme, who's been in the ring with with Terrence Crawford, Ray Robinson. You know what I mean, and that's it. Pretty much, those are his biggest names.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if that's the case,
Oh, Amir Iman too. Amir
yeah,
Iman.
but I'm saying if that's the case, that was for what? The Sean Porter was for the he was defending the title, right? That wasn't
Sean Porter was the
title.
champion. Sean Porter was the champion. It was for the belt.
So basically, he chose Ugas. Okay, I see what happened.
See, Ugas is a credible opponent, but the
But
biggest
how
thing,
though?
look,
How?
I ain't gonna lie. Sean Porter, if he beats Sean Porter, it's gonna make he gonna make a lot of noise. If he beat Ugas, he gonna make some noise. But Ugas ain't really beat nobody. See, Sean Porter beat Danny Garcia. Sean Porter beat Adrian Broner. You know what I mean? He beat Andre Berto. He been in the ring with a lot. He been in the ring with Earl Spence, with Kell Brook, Keith Thurman.
I mean, that would mean a lot if Boots get in there with a Porter, but Porter, like bro, Porter. Okay.
I think Porter's a better win though. I
don't know if Porter be interested in that fight. I'll only look at it because he faced Adrian Broner and Spence already, so he might feel as though, okay, let me give Boost a shot, because that's how you want to look at it. You want to look at it like, but what I'm saying is that if Porter, well, Porter don't have no belt right now, so maybe he might be forced to fight a becoming contender. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a good fight, bro, because look, a lot of people saying, oh, everybody ducking Porter, or Terrence Crawford ducking Porter. Earl Spence didn't want to give Porter a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Everybody saying, oh, this guy should fight Porter, that guy should fight Porter. If Jaron Ennis step up to the plate, like as a youngin at 22, be like, man, I'll fight Porter, and then he go beat him, man, everybody gonna be on him. Like everybody gonna be on him.
So let me play devil's advocate. So do you feel like Virgil Ortiz should fight Keith Thurman or Terrence Crawford next?
Damn, that's a good question. I think
that's the point. He needs a tune-up fight or like something to let us know, right?
Yeah, he gonna have to fight though.
I actually think he could beat Thurman, but I don't think he'll be Bud. But Thurman is weak now. Like, I don't know. It's like, you know, and he had many problems in his last few fights. I really think Virgil would have a better chance with Keith Thurman. Just in my opinion. Between him and
everybody figured out that he's susceptible to the left hook. That's what I've been saying for like the longest. Like he's susceptible to that left hook. That's what Josecito caught him with. So Josecito Lopez would be like a good fight for me to watch Virgil Ortiz. And just the same way that I said, I would prefer like Granados versus Ennis. I would like to see him fight Josecito Lopez if they do good or they, knock him out or something. Then I could see them fighting one of the top people.
But still, why can't he fight? Why can't he fight Ugas? He's number two. Why can't he fight Ugas?
But you said you want Ennis to fight him.
And he like number two, so he should be able to fight Ugas.
Yeah, that's his WBO though. He's great. Wait, go ahead. My bad, Glenn. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. But if you don't want to see Ennis fight Ugas, why would you want to see Virgil Ortiz fight Ugas? That's what I'm saying.
Because I don't know. It seems interesting because I really just think, like, by skill set, I really just think he's gonna box circles around Ugas. Ortiz, he's just gonna go in there and like fight. He just fight.
Here's the thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. They all in their own lane, right? So Ugas need to double back before he call out welterweights. Boots can't call out welterweights until they request that fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying this, you got Keith Thurman, right? They could possibly face Porter too in a rematch. You know what I'm saying?
Garcia got some losses. There's mad people.
Hold on, bro. Then you got Keith Thurman, who probably could get in the mix with AB. Now, what those top guys fighting each other, that's overdue fights. We got the young contenders fighting, getting in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Which makes more sense, bro.
I know that's what I said. I said I'd much rather see him and Ortiz go at it. Two young bucks that are still young. I would prefer that instead of him fighting an old man. Well, not old man, but an older person.
Not an old man though, bro. You keep saying he's old, bro.
No, he's older. He's been boxing. He's older than. He's way old. He's 30. So he's 8, 9 years older than Boots.
Oh,
I
but
much.
okay,
I
and that's
much rather see. I much rather see him fight somebody his own age.
but that's what I'm
And
saying.
I think him and Virgil Ortiz would be a bomb fight.
But the same thing goes for Ugas. Like Ugas fought Porter. You think he should just jump up and be like, "Yo,
Because that fight was so boring, man.
no,
I
hear what I'm
watched that
saying. Hear what I'm
fight.
saying, bro. Bro, hear what I'm saying. You think Ugas
That
should
didn't
just
draw a crowd at all. You could.
no,
It
hold on,
looked
bro.
like
I'm not talking about that, bro. I'm talking about his next. Who you think Ugas' next opponent should be? Like factually.
next opponent. Who should it be? Who should it be?
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
listen, Garcia be good. Danny Garcia. That'll be
Nah, bro. That's. I mean,
because they
nah,
both
bro.
got L's. They
Nah,
both got
bro.
two
Nah, bro.
L's.
Nah, bro. Danny Garcia got bigger fights going forward, bro. He not going backwards. You know what I'm saying? Get in the ring with Ugas unless other fights is held up. And then that'll be his next fight after Redcast. But that could be a possible fight. I'm not saying, it's not going to happen. All I'm saying is he got bigger fights going forward. So that's not realistic.
Don't Thurman got two L's too now? He can fight Thurman. The niggas with the two L's could fight each other. Y'all got no more O's to protect. Y'all got no more O's to protect. Y'all O's are gone 2 fights ago, so you might as well fight somebody with something.
So you saying Ugas versus AB?
AB,
come on, man.
that's a hard one though. Because no, it's only just because if it's the Broner that I know, then I know he'll win. But he's too wishy-washy for me, man. It's hard.
I'm talking about just a fight for it to happen, bro. Like I don't care, like your opinions on the fight. I'm just saying like that fight should be more realistic for Ugas going forward, or should he be in the mix with the Boots and the Virgils?
Yeah, he has a better. Yeah, I think he'll have a better chance with him. Yeah, I think go with the older person. Tell you, always better.
I'm talking with passion right now because I'm trying to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people getting opportunities, and then like when Boots, okay, you saying Boots versus Porter, that's an opportunity, but how can he get the opportunity if he ain't had no fight in between? You know what I'm saying? Unless Porter choose him.
Yeah, that's the truth. It's hard with the matchmaking, but like I said, the best fight I would like him and Virgil Ortiz if it can ever happen. That's my dream fight. I don't care about really nobody else. I just like them.
I respect that.
They the same age, so it ain't no excuses.
Right.
They both are undefeated, so their old gotta go. I love fights where the old gotta go, because that make you fight much more harder.
What's up with the chat smoke? H Money, what's up with the chat smoke, man? They saying anything? H Money, what you think, bro?
My bad. I just got back, man. You said what was the question? Danny Garcia, who guys next opponent?
I'm saying like Ugas next opponent, like going forward, so he double back too and get in the ring with Virgil and Boots, or should he try to keep calling out welterweights, top welterweights, because simple fact that he got in the ring with a Porter.
Ugas next opponent, I feel like it possibly should be. Damn, that's a good question. You know what I mean? Ugas, maybe a Porter rematch. Shit, I wouldn't mind to see that Porter rematch because a lot of people feel like Ugas had beat Porter in that one. You know, maybe
we know Porter don't do run backs like that, so that's not realistic.
Porter was asking Spence to do a rematch.
I know, but I got a video. H Money. I got a video breaking that down on my next John. So, yeah.
Well, I think a more interesting fight right now would be Ugas versus Kell Brook.
Ugas and Kell Brook. I thought Bud was gonna fight Kell Brook.
What?
I thought
Crawford was gonna fight Kell Brook next.
I said, if he's in negotiation with Crawford, right? Like, so we don't know what's going on. I'm saying what I would like to see, as far as because there's nothing confirmed that anybody's fighting nobody. So we could also say that Terrence Crawford next. We could say Mikey Garcia. We could talk about all these names, but we don't have anything confirmed yet. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, I think that Ugas with Kell Brook would be actually a good fight if Crawford doesn't fight him.
I want to know, like, realistically, who each person next opponent should factually like be. Even though we're talking sanctioned bodies and stuff like that, and people in different ranks and how they move. But like for me, I like to be like just to see if we correct and see if when boxing come back, will those matchup happens once the boxing come back. So I'm just trying to get like a realistic pick because Ugas is in the same position as Virgil. You know what I'm saying? And they both had opportunities. That's what Boots needs. So, and then Granados, he's already been proven and he already been in the mix. So it's like Granados can get back. He might get his run back. You know what I'm saying? He might want to get his rematch with the person he got robbed from. So
look, I don't know if Ortiz is proven like Ugas though, because Ugas been in the ring with Porter in a tight ass fight.
But that's it though. And Ugas and what's his name? Virgil they trying to give him credit for the Herrera fight, but okay, but
that's true. Yeah, he a little washed up. This is not the same Herrera that gave Danny Garcia problems in Puerto Rico. I agree with that.
Hold on, bro. Danny Garcia 9-3 Herrera, bro. So he didn't give Danny Garcia no problems though. I'm just letting you know. What I'm saying I ain't trying to go in that debate right now, but
what do you mean that Herrera didn't do a great job against Danny Garcia? Is what you're saying?
He's a Danny Garcia fan though, Glenn. That's
that's cool, but facts are facts. Like you know what I'm saying? That was a close fight, bro.
Bro. Danny Garcia 9-3 Herrera. Herrera only won 3 rounds in that fight, bro.
We could debate that. Y'all gonna be going back and forth.
Yeah, let's do that another night because we're gonna talk facts about that one.
All right, look,
we can do that. But I'm saying is, I'm trying to be realistically. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm being 100 with you too, brother.
I'm saying is Virgil position, bro, and it's like, and Ugas position, bro. They're both in the same lane. You know what I'm saying? And then Boots, he need an opportunity.
Look. Let me step in. I just want to say this. For Ugas' next fight, I think Ugas' next fight, possibly a Sean Porter rematch. That's a fight that, a lot of people felt like, Ugas won that fight. A lot of people felt like Ugas got robbed against Sean Porter. I'm just being real with y'all. You know what I mean? Another fighter for Ugas, I would say maybe Jaron Ennis. I'm gonna be real. Jaron. I think Ugas is the type of guy, he'll give a young fighter an opportunity. So maybe Jaron Ennis, maybe a Sean Porter rematch. Maybe even Danny Garcia. I wouldn't mind seeing Danny Garcia versus Ugas. You know what I mean? I feel like Ugas is one of those guys. They look at him like a high risk, low reward type of fighter. You know what I mean? Like Adiha just said, Ugas is the type of guy, like, who would you rather lose to, Sean Porter or Ugas? If you lose to Ugas, they're going to be like, who's Ugas? Ugas never beat nobody. You know what I mean? So Ugas, he might have to give a young fighter an opportunity or something like that. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing, though. If they say that Ugas beat Porter and Boots Ennis beats Ugas, that's a good look.
Exactly. It is a good, you got a point there. Because so I wouldn't mind, I wouldn't mind seeing Jaron Ennis fight Ugas or Sean Porter. Either or. Those would be his two biggest fights. You know what I mean? Like that I think he can get. Yeah, I don't think Danny would give him an opportunity. They both from Philly. I think that'll be a big fight. Danny Garcia versus Boots. You know what I mean? Well, what about that fight, JFL? You being from Philly, I know you a Danny Garcia fan. You know what I mean? What you think about that? Like a battle of Philly. You know what I'm saying? Jaron Ennis versus Danny. Would you like to see that?
I would like to see that fight, but like I said, it's not really a realistic fight at the moment, even if it's 1 year from now, 2 years from now, because it depends on what opportunities Boots gets and what he does in the division. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, if he can get Ugas, then Porter might be like, you beat somebody that I'll beat. You know what I'm saying? So let me fight Boots now. You know what I'm saying? He'll get that that nod from a Porter. You know what I'm saying? He's not just gonna outright just get a Porter fight. Just that's what I'm saying. How Ugas got that fight, bruh?
You said again what you just said.
I'm saying how Ugas even get a Porter fight. His resume didn't before that.
I think he was ranked in the WBC. He was ranked high in the WBC.
Yeah, but who like that's just weird to me, bro. Because I'm like, you didn't even fight nobody, bro. And I think Porter chose him, bro. It wasn't like I don't know, maybe okay, he was ranked. Okay.
I could look at the WBC. Let's go look at the rankings then. We can go look at the sanctioning
That's
bodies.
kind of yeah. I'm trying to figure out at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like Ugas just surfaced, got that fight, and then you know what I'm saying, and then like now he getting all this publicity and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, who the fuck were you?
Hey, brothers, I apologize. I just want to let you know I'm going to time it off because I'm over here chopping it up with wifey. You know, we just sparked one, so we just trying to chill right now.
For sure, Glenn, man. Appreciate it. Yo, Glenn, tomorrow, you know, if you we're going to be here for a while probably, but if you decide to come back, you know, tonight, we're going to still be here. And tomorrow, we're going to do Terrence Crawford and Shane Mosley. I want to do that comparison. You know, I know you're not feeling that comparison, so me and you can debate.
But yeah, we could chop it up still. It doesn't matter what comparison you put. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could always chop it up. You know, that's why you put it out there. It's a topic, you know? Tomorrow
we can debate it too, though. So, you know, make it interesting for the fans. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to say my piece why I think Terrence Crawford is similar to Shane Mosley. And you can just, you know, you can debunk me. You could, you know what I'm saying, refute my point. And you can debate me, you know what I'm saying? Prove me why I'm wrong, you know what I mean? And the fans, I think they'd be interested in that.
That's what's up. Yeah, definitely, brother.
For sure, man.
Shout out to Glenn, man.
Shout out to you, JFL. Yeah, have a blessed night, man. And yeah, to keep chopping it up, man. If I get an opportunity, I'll come back on later.
All right, for sure. Peace,
right, bro. Hey, H Money.
What up, Jay?
You see that comment on the screen, bro?
This one right here. He says Porter A4 Benny.
Hey, I know that's not a debate, and I'm just saying, bro. But they bait and switching right now, bro. Mind taker, come on, man.
Let's do chat smoke.
I know chat smoke, but you know when I see that, bro, I'm ready to go on my bag. But we won't keep it. I'm gonna keep it brief.
Dang, they said, all right, let's go. Let's start right here. King Miss says Ugas was WBC mandatory defense for Sean Porter, so that's why Sean Porter fought Ugas because he was ranked #1 in the WBC. He was mandatory, bro. He had to fight him.
All right, so who he fought? All right, so he's the mandatory. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. But I'm saying prior to that though, who he fought?
Remember, I just showed you. Let me go back to it. Let's go back to it. But man, I think, yeah, like Jaron Ennis, if he can get Ugas in the ring, take that fight. If Jaron Ennis can get Sean, I think Sean Porter would be a tough test though, man. Because Sean Porter, he knows how to, you know. He knows how to fight on the inside and make it a rough fight. I don't know if Jaron Ennis is ready for that, bro. Because I seen Jaron Ennis, you know, pretty much struggle. He didn't struggle, but it was a bum fighter that was able to get on the inside on him and land some shots. And that's what Sean Porter does best. You know, I think Ugas is a safer fight, you know, in a better fight for Jaron. You're right. But I gotta change my opinion. But D. Hodges was right when D. Hodges said, when D. Hodges said if he beats Porter, it's a better win. That's true. If he beats Porter, it's a better win. But, you know what I mean? I think Ugas is a better and a safer fight probably. Because Ugas, he only got 12 knockouts. Sean Porter's not the biggest puncher either. But let's go. Here go Ugas on the screen right here for you. And you said who did Ugas beat before the Sean Porter fight?
Right. So I'm saying
Thomas Delorme and Ray Robinson. That's it.
Okay. So I'm saying, but that's Mando though. Okay.
He was mandatory for some reason. I don't know why he was the mandatory, but he was. But he beat Thomas Delorme. Thomas Delorme, who got knocked out by Terrence Crawford, and he beat Ray Robinson. Who did Ray Robinson even beat? Why people always be talking about Ray Robinson like he's just cold like that? And he 34 years old. Ray Robinson 34. He older. And who did he even beat?
He's from Philly too, I believe. Yeah.
He is from Philly. It says it right here. Damn, he got a long ass reach. His reach is 78. That's long as hell for a welterweight. God damn.
He's like to me he's like a Philly version of Lamont Peterson.
He had He had a draw with Kavaliauskas and he had a draw with Josh Kelly, but he ain't beat nobody.
So he got Ugas.
Breeders Prescott, who got 10 losses. He ain't beat nobody, dog. Man ain't
So that's
beat
what I'm
nobody.
saying. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he's from Philly. Shout out to him. But all I'm saying is, like, I already seen his fight style. They do overhype him too much. I'm saying he's like a Lamont Peterson. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Ugas, Ray Robinson, like, and then get Porter. I mean, it happened that way, I guess. But I'm saying is like, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, Ennis need to be re-ranked, bro. Like, and his next opponent probably would be Virgil.
Yeah, but man, just let's get back to this chat smoke. Mind Taker says Ugas is good. He said resume not that much, but you can tell just by watching him he can fight.
You're only giving Ugas credit because he fought Porter, bro. Let's just keep it real, man.
Hey, Brother Boxing Talk says Amir Khan is a bigger name than Ugas, which is true. Amir Khan is a bigger name than Ugas. Jaron Ennis, if he could get in there with Amir Khan, that'd be nice. If he could get Amir Khan in the ring and knock him out, you know what I mean? That'd be nice, bro.
But Khan got bigger opponents, bro. He got Kell Brook if you want to. He probably waiting for that Pacquiao call. You know what I'm saying? He can get back in the mix. You know what I'm saying? He come back down to 147. He might get in there with Trout. You know what I'm saying? Like, Khan got bigger names, bro. Why would Khan do that?
Let's keep it going. Key Mitch says, what does fighting Ennis do for Porter? He said, no title for Porter, no big payday for Porter. Makes no sense. Why would Sean go backwards? But if he does beat him, it's like, yo, he beat a young lion. Think about it. It'd be like Sean Porter beat a young and up-and-coming superstar. It'll look good if he beat a man to give Jaron Ennis his first loss, take his O away from him.
He beat Ugas, so what that comment mean? That's the
Exactly,
same thing.
bro. Think about it. Sean Porter beats Jaron Ennis. It's going to be like, you know, Sean Porter beat a young superstar. Jaron Ennis is a big name, bro. We talking about him right now, though, King Mitch. Like, if Sean Porter takes that man's O, Sean Porter just his legend to go up. Like, yo, he beat a young superstar in Jaron Ennis. All right, Mind Taker says Porter and Bud got to fight. Put the friendship to the side. Yeah, I hate all of that.
And then right there, they got that. That's the topic right there. And then also you got a possible Keith and versus Porter 2 rematch, maybe. You know what I'm saying? It could be run back there. Porter next opponent, he in a tough spot now, bro, because he got a couple run backs he got to do, and going forward, he chasing that Bud smoke.
Look, I'm looking at this. King Mitch says AB looking for a big fight. He's not making a big check versus Ugas. I like to see AB and Thurman.
He's not making a big check than Ugas. What? You talking about AB, bro? What are you talking about?
Yeah, he said he doesn't want to see AB versus Ugas. That's not a big fight.
Oh.
Yeah, he said he wants to see AB versus Thurman. You know the best fight for AB? No, you know, to be honest, JFL, I know you a Danny Garcia fan. Bro, the best fight for Danny Garcia is AB next, bro. That's a big fight. AB versus Danny.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, though. AB and Danny Garcia was on a clash course to verse each other. You know what I'm saying? That was already, like, going down. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it got postponed due to AB losing unnecessary fights and then Danny being robbed. You know what I'm saying? Because technically they both should have been like 36-0 apiece. You know what I'm saying? Then there would be a bigger pay-per-view fight. But now since they got losses, and then now they want to mention AB and Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? But
look, I think, to be honest, Jaron Ennis and like Danny Garcia and those guys are not gonna fight him right now. Sean Porter, maybe he won't fight him, but you know who would fight him? The guy who can't find a fight, like, for example, and I'm happy JFL said this, the realistic fight, because King Mitch just says AB looking for a big fight. He's not making a big check versus Ugas. So everybody's saying they're not going to make a lot of money versus Ugas. So nobody wants to fight Ugas because there's no money. But who needs a name? You know what I'm saying? Jaron Ennis, bro. So Jaron Ennis and Ugas does make sense. But since AB doesn't want to fight Ugas, you know, a lot of guys don't want to fight him because they're not making a lot of money versus him. So Ugas is looking for a fight. He's looking for a name. Ugas versus Ennis makes sense, bro, because Ugas cannot find a fight, and Jaron Ennis is looking for a big name on his resume. So Ugas would be the perfect fight for Ennis. JFL.
H Money.
What's up, bro?
What names that Ugas and Virgil are not saying?
Say that one more time for me.
What names that Ugas and Virgil Ortiz are not saying?
Ugas and Virgil Ortiz is not saying?
The name. You're not mentioning Ennis, bro.
Facts. Yeah, because see, Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz going to happen later, bro, because they want to build that fight up. They try to make that a super fight. So it doesn't make sense to make them fight now because they both so young and they still build it. You know what I mean?
No. What I'm saying is, but look at the names that they saying, and look at the names that they not saying. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I hear you.
So to me, Virgil, Ugas, why y'all even mentioning the Danny Garcias, the Keith Thurmans, the Porters, the ABs? You know what I'm saying? And y'all resume is trash. Like, and you got to double back.
Facts. So let's keep it going. He said Brooke. All right, Brother Boxing Talk says Jaron Ennis versus Kell Brook. That's a good fight for Jaron Ennis, but I don't think Kell Brook gonna take that fight because Kell Brook trying to fight like one of those bigger names, somebody that's proven already. I think Kell Brook is trying to get a big money fight with Terrence Crawford, so that'll be like kind of going backwards to fight Jaron Ennis. So Jaron Ennis, I think the realistic name for him, if he wants to make a splash, is fighting Ugas right away because nobody wants to fight Ugas. People want to. Yeah, you feel me?
Ugas the name. Ugas the name, bro.
Say it again.
Ugas the name, like you said.
Hell yeah, Ugas. And you said that from the beginning. You know what I mean? And me and D Hodges was saying, I think D Hodges said Sean Porter, but you know what?
But listen, we both are right though. We both right though. You right on that, and me and Glenn was right on that too, because it's a stepping stone before the Porter fight. That's why I said that might get Porter attention after Ugas.
Yeah, see, Porter will be a bigger win for Jaron Ennis. If Jaron Ennis beat Porter, that's a bigger win than beating Ugas. But if you can't get Porter in the ring, if Porter is about to go fight Terrence Crawford, if Porter is about to do something else, you know what I mean? Why not go fight Ugas, bro? The man Ugas, who people felt like beat Sean Porter. You feel me?
Right, bro. And then that will put him where? Back
Sean
in the right.
Porter, dirty ass fighter. I don't know if Jaron Ennis is ready for that dirty ass.
Back in that will put Ennis up there on the ranks closer to Virgil.
Look at this. King Mitch said Porter and his father said they're not looking to fight Ugas again. Said they're moving to bigger building. They ducking. That sounds like a duck, though. To be honest. I ain't gonna lie, King Mitch. That sounds like a duck move. And everybody said that Ugas was beating up Porter. So you don't want to avenge your defeat. Like a lot of people feel like Ugas really won that fight. So man, once you make things right.
I know why they said that though, man. I know why they said that, man. Because technically, bro, factually, bro, I know people say that Ugas got robbed and whatever case may be. But if you watch that fight, you know what I'm saying, Ugas factually, he didn't get robbed because he gave the fight away. And even though he got that knockdown, he was not winning all the rounds prior to that knockdown. So that's why they feel as though we're not going to give Ugas a second chance, even though it was like somewhat of a close fight. But Ugas wasn't really doing much in that fight, bro. Granados did way more than Ugas, bro. And if that's the case, if Ugas got robbed, Granados got robbed.
King Mitch says Brooke needs to fight Amir Khan overseas. Yeah, man, but Amir Khan doesn't want that fight. You know what I mean? They should have fought years ago when it was undefeated. You know what I mean? But for some reason, Amir Khan didn't want to fight Kell Brook. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I think Amir Khan's been ducking Kell Brook, to be real.
No, Khan don't duck nobody, bro.
Yeah, I feel you. He fought everybody, but
And look, and
you know, this is what they say. They say he doesn't want to lose to Kell Brook. It's like a rivalry thing in the UK. He doesn't want to lose to him because Kell Brook don't have bragging rights. Some shit like that.
man, Khan would take that fight, bro. He would take that fight with Brook, and Crawford not gonna do it because Khan ain't no ducker, bro. He get in the mix, bro. He got heart, bro. And Khan would take that Kell Brook fight. I think maybe Kell Brook is crouches and Khan. Maybe that's the case.
The Godfather of all sports. What up, my boy? Godfather, what up, though? What's up, big bro? I see Ruski made a comment right here I want to read. Ruski
That's a big
said,
fight in the UK. What? A Khan and a Brook?
oh yeah, here go what Ruski said. He said, I know Ennis is young, but I don't believe the hype, just like I don't believe the hype on Little B Hop. Damn. He said he don't you never know, man. They got talent though. What I can tell you though, Ruski, they're talented, bro. You know what I mean? And they gotta get in there with somebody like Jaron Ennis gotta get in the ring with somebody like Ugas for us to believe that hype. I see what you're saying. You see him prove himself.
That's what I'm saying. H Money. Why he put Ugas' name in that same sentence?
Maybe because Ugas is older. Maybe because he's seen Ugas with Sean Porter. That's why I think he's seen Ugas with Porter.
But that's the same talking point if he didn't fight Porter, correct?
Mm-hmm. Facts. Let's keep
Cat
it going.
Smoke, panel smoke, we know it's all smoke, baby.
King Mitch says Ugas is not the same. He said Ugas is not in the same position as Virgil. Up and coming with 15 knockouts is different from performing well against confused Porter. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Ruski says, I thought Danny Ruski he agreed with you. Ruski said, I thought Danny beat Sean Porter, but clearly lost to Keith Thurman in my book. But he said that he beat Porter. I know you feel like Danny Garcia beat both of them.
If I could break it down real quick, bro, but that's a whole nother stream. Maybe we get to that on the Cotto versus comparisons with Danny.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do it. I got you. I'm gonna do a Danny Garcia comparison for you. I got you. Brother Boxing Talk says Danny should still be undefeated. Dang, he with you on that one.
We'll get back on topic though. Salute to that though. You know what I mean? I feel you, bro. But Boots and Spence, bro, and like, I'm just saying like realistic fights, man, going forward for Boots, man. I think Virgil should be saying Boots' name just as much as other welterweights. Same thing as Ugas, like. It's kind of suspicious to me, like they not even mention his name, like they don't want to give him like a shot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's no matter what, he's on his way. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all can't avoid him and try to get bigger fights and expect the Ugas, expect the Boost to just keep keep going on a run that he's on. You know what I'm saying? Like in that case, I'm thinking Virgil and well for more so I ain't gonna see nobody ducking nobody, but. It's kind of suspicious on that side, bro. And I know when it comes to Philly fighters, bro, I know how they play, bro.
Facts. King Mitch says, he said, I've seen Robert Garcia and Virgil Ortiz speak about Jaron Ennis. Not a fight that will happen soon. He said, one will have to get a title first, and they're with different promotional companies. Yeah, one person is with PBC, Jaron Ennis is with PBC, and Virgil Ortiz is with DAZN. You know what I mean? But hopefully when, they get some belts, they can make a big fight. You know what I mean? Go ahead, my man.
Boxing is coming back, right? And it's going to be a slow walk, right? And the bigger fight is going to happen later. So, Ugas, Boots, Virgil Ortiz, Granados. What you think?
Man. Hey, Granados, bro, I swear, I know Granados is a step up in competition for Boots, but I know that's a good fight. Maybe for Boots, this is what I want to see. I want to see Boots fight Granados, and then from Granados, you want to see him fight Ugas, then Porter, in that order. I want to see him fight. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him fight Adrian Granados, and then I want to see Jaron Ennis fight against Ugas, and then I want to see him fight Sean Porter. I think that's a good test for him, bro. You know what I mean? I think that's good. What you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. And no matter what order prior to a quarter.
Say that again. Damn, my bad.
I agree with that. And Porter is the goal, right? So it don't matter who's first, Ganados or Ugas. Because if you ask me, I'd rather choose, like you said, Ganados because he had more names than the Ugas, and then get Ugas out of here on the next one. But it don't matter if he go Ugas first and Ganado second. That's still good.
Facts. But from what Glenn was saying, how Glenn was saying it, Glenn was saying he want to see him fight Granados because that's a step up, and then possibly, he said like start off with Granados, then move up possibly to Ugas, then Porter. I think that's good if he does that, bro. He gonna be a household name. But I just think Porter's style might give Jaron Ennis some problems. You know what I mean? Because if Jaron Ennis doesn't use his jab and keep him on the outside, Porter can rough him up on the inside. You know what I mean? And I seen some lower competition, get on the inside with boots and rough him up a little bit. And that's Porter's game plan. That's everything Porter does. You know what I mean? Get on the inside and rough you up. But maybe
but guess what though? Boots is the type. Now you see AB fighting Porter, right? And we seen Spence fight Porter. Like Boots is right there. He can handle himself against a Porter.
I hope so, man. I believe he can. I think he's more talented than Porter, but styles makes fights. And I seen that, man, like I said, it was some lower competition. You know what I'm saying? They was able to get on the inside and rough him up a little bit. But maybe Boots will knock him out. You never know, bro. You never know. But Porter, his style, I think, I don't know.
Listen, who dropped Porter? You got Ugas dropping Porter. You got
Adrian Broner and Spence.
Right. So and Boots got power.
Yeah, he do. He does.
So that's a possible. You know what I mean? They might call that a slip.
Let's check out King Mitch statement. He says Jaron Ennis is looking like the next guy, no doubt. But I can't say he's that guy right now. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. He got potential. That's potential cool. Is there.
That's a fair comment. That's a fair comment.
All right, King Mitch says, bro, he said they've been trying to make the fight for damn near 10 years. Khan didn't want to get money with Brooke. Some personal ish. Yeah, they got something personal going on. Boxing champ says Ennis needs to fight Mikey. Mikey's a big name. If he gets an opportunity to fight Mikey, he should fight him. But will Mikey fight him? But I got some exclusive footage of Jaron Ennis. You know what I'm saying? So let's go watch a video on Jaron Ennis. We gonna keep it going, man. Appreciate it, JFL, man. Shout outs to El Jefe. If El Jefe's listening, man, we got nothing but love for El Jefe, bro.
You'll be back like you never left, man. El Jefe, suave.
Shout out to Jefe, man. We got love for El Jefe, man. The El Jefe experience. But let me play this Jaron Ennis video. Jaron,
but an old school fighter, a legend fighter. Who you think? I was trying to bring that up. Who Boots might remind you of? It was a throwback fighter besides the Spence.
Damn, that's a good one. The only fighter I seen that he reminds me of is Spence. I'm gonna be honest. I was looking at older.
What about? Could he be the next Magic Taylor?
Nah, he got way more power than Meldrick Taylor, bro. Meldrick Taylor was way smaller. Meldrick Taylor was 5'6", and Jaron is 5'10".
But he don't throw enough. Yeah, Meldrick Taylor be throwing them hands, bro. Combinations crazy. Damn, who else? Yeah, that'd be a crazy comparison with Philly, but Magic Taylor. Nah, okay. Let's see.
Magic Taylor too small, bro.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who has got that style. So you compare. You compare. H Money. You comparing Boots to Spence. So we did Spence with Winky. So who besides Winky, who has a Winky style in the old era? That's kind of like that, because we got. I know it's a name, dog. It got to be a name.
That's tough, man. Who? Vernon Forrest?
It has someone who has like a Winky style ish with a little Roger ish. Not Roger.
They gotta be a big welterweight. Whoever it is, they gotta be big. Like, see, man, Jaron Ennis is a
Anybody in the
big
chat
dude.
smoke? Anybody in the chat smoke might want to bring up a name.
Facts. Anybody in the chat who Jaron Ennis reminds them of, besides Errol Spence? That's the only one I can think of, man. I thought about that for a long time, bro. Watching film and everything. If I'm wrong on a video, bro, I come back and correct myself. Like that Terrence Crawford, Pernell Whitaker one, I thought I was wrong, so I got to redo it. So that's why tomorrow I'm gonna come back.
Oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's still lit, man. Chat smoke.
Chat smoke. For sure. Let's see, they getting it in the chat. Ruski, let's see what Ruski said. He said, I agree, Danny started way too late.
Way too late in what? What are you talking about?
I guess in one of those fights.
Okay. I know what he mean. He mean
in that Keith Thurman fight. They say in the Thurman fight.
No, he ain't started late, bro. He ain't started late, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, Danny should have beat Thurman though, bro. Thurman is a hole, bro. He should have beat.
No, this one. All right, listen. Okay, I'm gonna mention it real quick, bro. It was between Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman from 1 to 5, bro. It was tied up. It was 1-1 apiece in each round. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman had the first round, Danny had the second, Keith had the third, Danny Garcia had the fourth. It was like that going back and forth. And then from the 6th round on, that's when Danny Garcia took over second half. And Keith Thurman gave up 3 or 4 rounds in the later rounds, which Danny Garcia outboxed him in the second half. So there you go.
Ben, I got this Jaron in this movie right here. Let's check it out. He says, Boots fighting out of Philly, man. This is exclusive footage. Let's check it out, guys. Exclusive video, man.
One of the first cities in the United States.
Philly in the building. You heard me?
Hard worker. Long history. Exciting fight. For the days of the powerful Sonny Liston.
Oh, Sonny Liston from Philly, huh? I don't know.
Legendary.
Are you finding the fight? Or you find the throwback guy?
Now.
Who, me?
Yeah. What we doing? Oh, okay. You looking up? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a little movie about Jaron Ennis. I want to play it for the peoples. Let's fast forward.
For a minute, I thought it was one of those old school fights.
So Boots Ennis has the ability to be a world champion. It's just about the incredible discipline. The people who are guiding his career, Cameron Duncan and Chris Mittendorf, certainly know what they're doing. Their track record shows it. My name is Jaron.
What about?
Spence. I'm a boxer.
Go ahead. I can pause it.
No, I'm saying, what about he a heavyweight now, man. Damn.
Yeah, I like to compare like welterweights with welterweights, or like, you know, somebody in like one weight class from each other. Like they could be one weight class from each other or something like that. You know what I mean? 2 weight classes, but I like for them to be, you know, similar in height, weight, and reach.
I feel you.
So I make it an accurate comparison. You know what I mean? For my best of my abilities. Here we go. Let's keep it going.
The way to describe that is a line that I stole
You can hear it?
from Bob Arum.
Yeah.
It says, we start fights that other people finish. Philadelphia has been one of the 2 or 3 major boxing centers since the beginning of time, back to the beginning of the 20th century.
And Jeff Chandler, hold on, let me pause
Probably
it.
the
Jeff
best.
Chandler was a Philly fighter too. He was a bantamweight. Jeff Chandler was a beast, man. You know what I mean? From Philly.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna dip off real quick and then hop back on. I'm gonna see if I can find that fighter real quick.
All right, come back. Let me
I
know.
won't too long.
All right, bet. I'm gonna play this for the peoples.
Prospect in the city, talent-wise, he's young. He's 21. They know what they're doing with Boots, and they'll fight for the world title. All they can do is get him to that point. Okay, like I say, he's got talent. He's got the mental discipline. He's got the good trainer. He's got the good people behind him. He's got all the ingredients you need to make it to the top. It's up to him once the bell rings in the title fight. I don't think he'll have any trouble getting a title fight at all.
My name is
Jaron Boots Ennis, professional boxer, and I fight now in Philly. I grew up in Germantown, say rough, dirty area. Just gotta watch your back and stuff like that. Having my dad as a trainer is the best. Like, he knows what's best for me. He know what he tells me what to do and what not to do, and I just get the job done every time. That's what make me. That's why I'm so comfortable in the ring, and cause I've been around all my life, and it's all I know. I'm always in the gym. Like right after the fight, I get right back in the gym, get back to work.
I'd say probably within the year he'll be ranked in the top 10 in the world. And it just, his father is considered to be one of the best trainers around.
My name is Derek Ennis. My title is Master Teacher. Not trainer, I use teacher. Because I can teach it in the ring and outside the ring. I started boxing in late 69, 70. And I wanted to get into the gym and know how to use my left hand. Because most of the guys, you know, when they start off like fighting in the streets and all that, they always use their right hand as the lead hand. But the right hand is your power hand. So I went there to learn how to use my left hand. So once I learned how to use my left hand, that was it. I kept on going from there. What inspired me to start training fighters. I like boxing, I like to fight, and I think that was the best route to go. Back then, a lot of kids was looking up to like the drug dealers, the guys making a lot of money, and you know, and I was showing them that is a better way to go. You know, being in the gym and pursue your career. You know, you can make money so many different ways. All my fighters, I train the same. You know what I mean? But I mean, you know, I fit the timing with all of them. Give them all the same amount of time. That's what I mean. Yes, but I had Farah too, my other son. There's three sons. Derek, Farah, and Jaron. I trained all of them. They was born in the gym. So what they saw their father doing, they wanted to do what their father was doing. So when they got to a certain point, when they got older, then I taught them how to really, you know, fight and all that stuff. And when they got older, they wanted to do, they could have kept on doing it. And I told them, you can do what you want to do now. You know how to protect yourself. And that was it. Well, Jaron is different because he saw me, he saw Derek, and he saw Farah. So he had all three of us. You know what I mean? So that's why I say he'll be the different. He's the one. He gonna be the one. Because he had everything. He can box, defense, you know what I mean? Smart, intelligent in the ring. And that's what I teach.
I get brought to Boise by Michael Wilcox, one of my fighters, and I was impressed with his way to teach, his technique. Daniel Gracie, I own as a versatility. I'm a two-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion, and I heard about his little son, how great he was, and then the first time I got there, I looked at Boots training, and I was impressed to see, you know, a kid that young with that technique. You know, he looked like an adult boxing at an early age. That was amazing to see. You know, we knew that he would be a champion. We knew that he would be winning fights as soon as since he turned pro, but not that fast. You know, like this kid's impressive, and we're definitely facing looking to one of the best.
What it do? JFL's back yet? Dang, JFL ain't back. All right, JFL, let me know when you back. Keep this stuff going.
Best boxer in the history of Philly. I know for sure that he's gonna get there.
He's great. He's a gym rat. He's in the gym. He's always training. He's always running. He eats right. He does it right. He lives the life of a boxer. He's a boxer. He deserves anything coming his way because of the work he puts in, man. He's really disciplined. Even just like as far as like when he was, I remember when he was going to high school, man. He was different. He didn't get involved in none of the nonsense in the street. I mean, growing up like that, it seems like Philly. He caught him in wrong things anytime. He stayed focused. So he knows what he wants, and he's going to do what he needs to do to get what he wants.
came back. 2014 National Golden Glove. I went out there. I went to the finals and I lost to Gary Russell, which everybody thought I won, but you know how boxing goes, politics and stuff like that. God didn't do me. The only thing I had no headgear on is smaller gloves. I feel like I can be free in the ring. I can just be me. I don't got to be nobody else. I came out, I threw a couple jabs, and then a hook to the head, then a hook to the body, then the guy fell. He got back up. And I turned southpaw, then I went a hook to the head, hook to the body, then another uppercut to the body, and that was it.
No one that can match me.
Check out his highlights, bro. Knockouts. 25 wins, 23 knockouts. Jaron Boots Ennis, up-and-coming superstar in the sport of boxing, considered to be the next Errol Spence Jr., bro. Look at the hand speed. Look at the power. Punches and bunches, uppercuts, left hooks, right hands, body shots. You know what I'm saying? Ring IQ. The man is amazing. Future star in the sport of boxing. A future superstar in the sport of boxing. Jaron Boots Ennis, bro. You know what I mean? The man is the real deal like Holyfield, bro. You know what I mean? The man is a savage. He's a killer. Superstar in the making. You know what I mean? It's a pleasure and an honor to make this video about this young man. The potential is amazing. He's a workhorse. As you can see him training non-stop, working on his skills. You know what I mean? You know what they say. Skills pay the bills, baby. You know what I mean? Hard work and dedication. That's what Floyd Mayweather told us. Money Mayweather told me. You know what I mean? A wise man by the name of Money Mayweather told me. Hard work and dedication. You know what I mean? Look at Jaron is talking trash too. He's a great trash talker. You know what I mean? He doesn't back down from no fades. We want to see him in there with Ugas next, possibly Sean Porter, Adrian Granados, you name them. We ready. We ready for all fades, bro. We're ready for all fades. Let's get it popping. Mr. The Zone, we in the building, bro. Hit the like button. Coco the Don. The Don is in the building. Coco the Don, salute. He said, I love the direction your channel is going. Yeah, Coco, you already know, man. We going all the way up. You know what I mean? Hard work and dedication, like Floyd Mayweather said. And you know we love beef as well, Coco. You know what I mean? I'm not done exposing people. I just took a break from exposing people. But you know, all those bums got to get exposed. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my brother's channel. Facts, man. Shout outs to Coco the Don. You heard me? You know what I mean? Coco. Nestor Gibbs of the Boxing Boys is a snitch. He's a rat. He's a snitch like Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know what I mean? The paperwork is all over the internet, and he admitted to being a snitch, matter of fact. The man admitted that he was a snitch. You know what I mean? What more proof do you need when the man admitted that he was a snitch? The man came out and told us that he was a snitch, bro. You know what I mean? Jaron Ennis. We need to get an interview with Boots Ennis. You never know. Man, them young fighters, they be watching the channel. For sure, JFL is back. JFL, hop on with me. Let me drop that link for you. JF Easy. JFL, man, y'all go subscribe to his channel, man. Y'all go support my brother, man. Team Garcia. Subscribe to his channel, JFL, bro. You dig what I'm saying? DSFG 38. Look, DSFG, that's JFL, bro. JFL is DSFG. So make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, bro. When I say JFL, I'm talking about DSFG. You know what I'm saying? He's Team Danny Garcia. Go check him out. You know what I mean? Let's get it going. Salute. Let's get it popping. Chat smoke, chat smoke. There we go, my boy. JFL, what it does. You there?
Yeah, I'm back, H Money. I think I got a name. and it's ironic that this name I think I found, which is compared to how you compare Winky Wright with Spence. Guess who I found, bro?
Who is it? Let me hear. I want to know.
I'm going for Peter Quillen.
Ah, hell.
No, listen, hear me out. Hear me out. When Boots throw hands, right? When he get, I'm talking about when he throw hands part, because Peter Quillen had explosive hand speed, and he also have combinations similar to a Boots. Now we already know that there's always something going to be something offset and attributes, whatever. And we saying Boots Ennis need to improve, right, on certain things, defense and shit like that. So if you pull up Peter Quillen highlights, maybe you'll see a little boost. But I'm not sure yet. I'm just saying because boost. Even though Peter Quillen might not have the agility going backwards, he damn sure have his going forward, which Boost Ennis can go forward. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not looking at like the back foot. I'm looking at it going forward, like walking down. So that's why I chose Peter Quillen.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad. I think Peter Quillen was at 160 though. You know what I mean?
Okay. I mean, but
it's cool, so it ain't bad though. I'm saying this is solid.
He fought Winky Wright though.
Yeah, that's when Winky had moved up though. You're right. Winky had moved up around there. That's when, like, I think that was Winky White's last fight. Matter of fact, when he was older.
But and that kind of was a crazy fight for him. Which I mean, if he resembles somebody, maybe the weight class is. I'm just saying, if you pull him up, just pull him up and watch some of his highlights, and maybe if it's wrong, then it's wrong.
Peter Quillen, Kid Chocolate.
Yeah, man.
I remember he got knocked out by Daniel Jacobs. I remember Daniel Jacobs smoked him, dog. I remember that.
And that's crazy because
I think he was a hype job. I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. I think Peter Quillen was a hype job. I ain't gonna lie about the situation.
I mean, maybe so, or maybe he was getting overlooked. I don't know, because from what I've seen so far, of course, I like it's them fighters that be like making other fighters look real good, but they still gave crazy competition, like how them old school fights be, and we don't really remember certain names because like, they might be just, not names to remember, but some of them be having some crazy chins. I was gonna do a stream about who had the toughest chins in the game, like, and shout out to the ones who had the toughest chins, man, who was taking them crazy combinations and still wasn't dropping. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta show more love to those guys who got chins, man.
Yeah, for sure. I just think that he was, man. To be honest, I think
I'm saying going forward though. I'm just like I might be reaching on that, but Kid Chocolate, I mean,
I think he was a hype job. I'm gonna be real with you. I respect your opinion, but I feel like Kid Chocolate was a hype job.
Hey, maybe so. But he gave some people run for their money though.
He beat Winky when he was older for sure though. Yeah, I mean, he sure did. He beat Winky when Winky was, past his prime. He beat an old Winky. Let's see what somebody said about Peter Quillen. Rupski said something about Peter Quillen. He says Peter Quillen was so overrated. I never believed in Kid Chocolate. He said my boy Danny Jacobs put hands on that man. Facts. He did. I told you, dog. Nah, man. Jaron Ennis gonna be better than Kid Chocolate, dog. You gotta compare him to a great.
All right. Okay.
Kid Chocolate was a bum, bro. Now, I wouldn't say he was a bum, but man, I remember Gabriel Rosado was whooping his ass from Philly. That's another Philly fighter. Gabriel Rosado. You know Rosado, don't it?
All right, so what's up? Yeah. Well, hold up. So you saying, okay. Damn.
I remember Gabriel Rosado was whooping his ass, dog. Gabriel Rosado actually got robbed in that fight. He was supposed to beat a Kid Chocolate. They robbed Gabriel Rosado a couple of times.
Damn.
For real. I ain't lying, bro. I'm for
But
real.
he had good power and some speed to him though. And he had agility. Just saying.
Let me drop this link. Hey, this the next video from tomorrow. I'm doing redoing the hit that link, everybody hit the like button on there. Turn that video up ASAP. Turn that video up immediately. Hit that link. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button on that video. Yeah, I mean, that's the video for tomorrow. We're gonna redo that Terrence Crawford joint. There go the link. Everybody, man, hit that link and come right back to this show. I want y'all to hit that link. Go hit that like button real quick on there. You know what I mean? Exclusive. You know what I mean?
See, there's only certain like fighters that has the agility, you know what I'm saying? Like a Whitaker. So hold on. So can we am my audio messed up?
You good, you good.
I know this phone acting weird.
Nah, I hear you good. You sound good.
So you see the agility that Bruce Ennis has, and he has two different styles. I can't even compare him to the Drunken Master. I can't do that because he knows.
Nah, he way better, bro. I think you don't like that Spence comparison.
No, I get it, but I'm trying to get like a throwback fighter that I'm trying to recall, like, cause that's like current, you know what I'm saying? And we had throwback fighters like Kodo, like that. You know what I mean?
Kodo, yeah.
Like the comparisons we had was already like throwback fighters.
Yeah, you right. But for Jaron Ennis, that's a big welterweight, bro. Like other big welterweights that came in the sport. Check out Vernon Forrest. He was big too.
Who had agility? Oh, you know who had agility like that? But he had heavyweight though. Damn. So I'm saying there's only certain fighters that got that agility, like Sugar Ray, Drunken Master, Sweet Pea, like something with that type of attributes. You know what I'm saying, but I'm still trying to compare it to Winky Wright. Now, is someone that's similar to Winky Wright at that time, like old school, but has like agility?
Not really, bro. Winky Wright was one of those fighters, bro. He had like his own style. He told you he made that.
Who has this Winky Wright style but with more agility, like
Spence?
Because people like to compare Roy Jones, but I don't see Roy Jones in Ennis at all.
Me either. I don't see Roy Jones in Ennis. I only see her. Listen, I only see Errol Spence when I look at Ennis, dog. I'm gonna be real with you. The only
that's because the body punches. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But I'm talking about like somebody that can really compare him to. Like I'm trying to think of an old school fighter, bro.
Ain't too many, bro. That was big welterweights. You gotta think this dude is a big ass welterweight. He could be at middleweight. Jaron Ennis is so big, dude could be a freaking middleweight, dog. You know what I mean? That's how big he is in size, bro. You know what I mean? So
because Spence doesn't move like Ennis. Ennis got that one up on him. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the movement.
Spence could move too, though, but I see
not
what
like Ennis, bro. Not
yeah,
like
he move a little faster. He a little flashy. He showboats more, pretty much.
He got way more agility than Spence. That's what sets him apart. Like he got Spence style, but crazy agility. Like he got the AB Spence effect, bro. Like, but what old school fighter can resemble that?
There ain't too many, bro. That's what I'm saying. Dude is rare. He's a rare type of fighter, bro. You know what I mean? You don't see too many fighters that come out like this. That's that big with that type of agility and stuff like that, bro. I think Spence got agility too, though. I ain't gonna sleep on Spence agility.
No, he got agility, but you know that's in spurts though. Like, but Ennis is way too mobile.
Yeah, well, that's when you going against certain competition, you gonna look, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna look great. You're gonna look great, but once he step it up in competition, you're gonna see what he really about too, though. You know what I mean? Let's see if that agility gonna be the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It gotta be an old school fighter, bro. I'm thinking about the classic fighters. Like you got the Ram with Canelo, Sweet Pea. Bro, that's you wanna do that over Kodo. That be somebody in that range, bro. I'm trying
Ain't
to
too many
remember.
fighters like Jaron Ennis, bro. You know what I mean? It's not too many, especially in the welterweight division. Nah, I mean it's not, bro. I think Spence showed us that
What about Roger? Rest in peace, though.
Roger Mayweather, yeah, he wasn't that big though. I think Roger came up from lightweight too. He started off at lightweight, and you know what I mean?
He had agility. He had agility. He had agility too, and he walked down guys.
Yeah, but he wasn't as explosive. Well, he was good. He had a good right hand, but he wasn't like Jaron Ennis, bro. To be honest,
Okay.
Spence is the only fighter I've seen that was like him. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be real with you.
Currently, I'm pretty sure there's a throwback fighter somewhere.
Find him. I'm telling you, I didn't find nobody like this dude. The only person I thought of, but he's not really even close. He got to be a big ass welterweight. The only person I could think of probably was Vernon Forrest, but you know what I mean. He's different than Vernon Forrest for sure.
Pull him up.
Vernon, I can show you. I got you. I'm gonna show you some Vernon Forrest highlights.
Because like we said, like they always have something, but there's always something missing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really get the T accurate.
He passed away too. Rest in peace to Vernon Forrest. He had passed away.
The Forrest ain't Roger, man.
Yeah, Vernon Forrest had got killed, and some dude tried to rob him and killed him. Vernon Forrest was the only other person I could think of.
Okay, that might be.
He beat Shane. He's the first man to beat Shane Mosley. Here you go, right here. Check him out. Tell me what you see in these highlights. I'm listening to you. You watch it.
Remind you, it don't have to be. Something always missing. You know what I'm saying?
Don't have the movement though. Check him out. That's against Mosley. That's Shane Mosley.
He's on one hand. Oh, okay.
He more come forward though. He a come forward type of fighter.
Yeah. I'm trying to see his back foot game, but now he's a forward fighter. I mean, that's something that I think Boots should get serious with more. You know what I'm saying? Like Boots is a come forward fighter too. You know what I'm saying? When he wants to.
Yeah, Vernon Forrest was a beast, bro. That's him against Mosley.
Go to the body. Okay. Not. I don't see it. I don't see it at all.
Damn,
I mean, he can get like that. I mean, if Ennis can get like this, like stop playing with me on this type time, bro. I mean,
he beat the hell out of Mosley though.
That guy right here, he comes forward, but he keep his hands up, but he's still not really protecting himself. But he's just getting people out of here. But he's not too agile. Like he's not too mobile like that. Nah, I can't see it. I can't see it at all.
I told you he was one of the biggest welterweights too. Dude was big. Like you got to compare Jaron Ennis to a big welterweight, somebody that was big. You know what I mean? Spence is the only one. Spence showed that movement though against Mikey. You know what I mean? When he went against Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence was showing he could move around the ring and show different type of abilities. But I know what you mean. Jaron Ennis, he moves around. He's flashy with his movement and things of that nature. He is flashy with I don't like all that showboating he be doing. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like that stuff at all, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Shout outs to JFL. We turned up Jaron Ennis, the next superstar in the welterweight division. I'm telling you, he gonna be the next great welterweight, bro. You know what I mean? He gonna be the best welterweight we have in the sport.
Can you go to Yeah, I want to see Magic Taylor though.
You want to see Meldrick Taylor highlights?
Yeah.
Yeah, Meldrick Taylor was like straight speed though. Now
That's
he
what I'm saying.
was
That's what I'm saying. That's closer to the speed effect. You know what I'm saying? Because Major Taylor had hands and speed, but I'm trying to remember his back foot game.
oh, he could box his ass off. Mildred Taylor was a gold medalist.
So could
Mildred
he be
Taylor
the next
highlights.
Major Taylor? Let's see.
Mildred Taylor was small though. You got to keep in mind he was at 140 pounds. He started off at 140. He was 5'6".
Yeah, I'm trying to
Small arms.
remember. I said,
There you go, right there. Mildred TNT Taylor, Philly, stand up. He should have had his win against Chavez, man. They robbed him.
I know. He had hands, bro. He had hands like, man. He had hands, bro.
He was a hell of a fighter, bro. World class, bro. I wonder if I could play that Olympic shit. I don't think I could play the Olympic part. Let me pass the Olympics. When he turned pro, there we go.
Cause he just banged it out, bro.
Yeah, man. He could box his ass off, but Mildred Taylor, for some reason, liked to stand and trade big shots with people. You know, he liked to be a Philly fighter. That's what they call a Philly fighter.
Man,
A fighter go toe to toe with you.
Look at that one uppercut, like 8 punches.
He threw flurries, huh? I
He
mean,
got the speed and the agility coming forward. You know what I'm saying? But he don't go on the back foot. That's old school style. He slug it out. It's slugger. With
he had the skills to look. He had the skills to do that, but he didn't choose to do it for some reason. He just liked to stand and bang.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like some old school fighters have more to their game than they actually know. You know what I'm saying?
Mildred Taylor could do it all, bro, but he was too much of a Philly fighter. He wanted to go toe to toe.
Yo, see that? Man, I want to say that, man, because who's Ennis? Can he? See, he straight up with it. He get you out of here like that. You know what I'm saying? Forward game. You know what I'm saying? And he go back and get you combinations too. But I'm saying, like, you know, I could see it, but Bruce Ennis gotta want to be like this. You know what I'm saying? He gotta get guys out of here and approach guys like this. You know what I'm saying?
He too big though. He way bigger than Mildred Taylor. You don't want to force it.
You know what I'm saying? He said you gonna catch like 500 of these punches before you land your one. And then he dips out the way real quick, like he get like a whole combination off on you, like 2 combinations off on you, then he let you get that one off.
I don't know if we'll ever see a fighter like Mildred Taylor again, bro. You know what I mean?
Man,
with that type of hand speed.
Oh, it's crazy though. His opponents, they got some chins, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like certain combinations, you be like, yo, how you ain't fall?
That motherfucker
catching me, like.
Mildred Taylor was one of the most talented fighters you'll ever see in your life. He was one of those fighters, bro, that come once in a generation. But one thing about Mildred Taylor, for some reason, he couldn't really take punishment like that. His body couldn't take that punishment. That's why his career was ended pretty short, bro. You know, and he had brain damage and shit like that. He ended up having brain damage. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna find that fighter, man.
I'm telling you, Spence is the closest thing to Boots, bro. I'm telling you. Spence, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I see what you mean though, but that's only when it goes to the body. Like, I just see AB and Spence in one, bro, and somebody else. Like,
cause he be too flashy.
Fighter, bro.
I agree. He be too flashy though.
I can know that, but it's kind of hard to put.
No, Boots be too flashy. Like Spence don't be doing all that showboating like Boots though. Boots be doing all that damn showboating and stuff.
Yeah, but Yeah, but when he comes forward, he definitely is a problem coming forward when he don't showboat. That's what I'm saying. Like he can really tighten his game up to be on some Magic Teller type shit, like and really let his hands like really get the combinations off. We know he go to the body, so he could bang it out like this if he actually want to. You know what I'm saying? But he got to be flashy with it though, which is that's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of hard to balance the two.
Facts. You gotta balance that. You gotta balance it out, dog. You know what I mean? He be too flashy for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie about it. He be way too flashy for me. He gotta tighten up his defense for damn sure. Tighten up. Let's see what's up with the chat. What the chat talking about? Man, appreciate it, bro. Make sure y'all hit that like
I
button,
appreciate
bro.
you, man.
What you say, my brother?
That's I appreciate you, man.
Man, for real, you bringing that energy to the show, man. Appreciate it, man. You know what I mean? Appreciate it, bro. Everybody go subscribe to JFL's channel, bro. I seen you drop the video about Broner today, wasn't it?
I did one about Broner, and then I did one about Porter.
And y'all go check out JFL's channel right now. DSFG 38 and 0. You know what I mean? Go check him out right away. Right away, bro. You know what I mean? But we gonna shut it down in a little bit, JFL. What's your final thoughts on this topic?
I guess we could say Boots is just one of a kind right now, bro, and that means a lot. And he's up coming in the ranks, and there's a reason why Ugas and Virgil is not saying his name, and he set back for a comeback, bro.
Facts. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Jaron Ennis. Shout outs to JFL. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Glenn. Everybody in the chat that turned up with us. We appreciate it, man. You know, Jaron Ennis, possibly the next Errol Spence Jr., bro. You know what I'm saying? Big time welterweight, up and coming superstar in boxing. Appreciate it right now. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. He will be a champion in the welterweight division very soon. You know what I mean? Jaron Ennis will be the best welterweight on PBC. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence Jr. will pass the torch to Jaron Boots Ennis for sure, man. So appreciate it, man. We got to get an interview with Boots, man, for sure. We got to get in with him.
Or he might be the best in the money team, man. Who knows, man?
For sure, yeah. You know what I mean?
That might be
definitely. He should go train with Floyd if he can, man. You know, just learn from Floyd Mayweather, bro. There's no better mentor in boxing than Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? All these young and up and coming fighters, that's who they looked up to, Floyd Mayweather anyway. But Jaron Ennis, man, a Philly fighter. We know the legacy of Philly fighters. You know what I'm saying? Bernard Hopkins, Joe Frazier's, I believe Sonny Liston, Meldrick Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia, you know, and now we got even David Reed. Now, David Reed was he was an Olympic gold medalist from Philly. So David Reed was from Philly as well. You know what I mean? Philly always developed great fighters. And now Jaron Ennis is taking over. You know what I'm saying? He is the new era. He is the next generation of Philly fighters. Shout outs to Julian Williams. We're not going to forget about him. You know what I mean? But Jaron Ennis, guys, the next Errol Spence Jr., leave a comment. Tell us what y'all think about the comparison. Tomorrow night, we're coming back with another one. You know what I mean? That's the link right there for tomorrow night's video. Terrence Crawford, the next Shane Mosley. The next Shane Mosley is Terrence Crawford. Tune in tomorrow. But like I said, man, shout outs to JFL. Thank you for coming through, my brother. I appreciate it. Shout outs to El Jefe as well, man.
And shout out to Age Money. And shout out to the Chat Smoke and Wrench Gang.
For sure. Tomorrow, man. Appreciate it, JFL. Come through tomorrow. We going to turn up. Jaron Ennis, the next Errol Spence. We out of here. Peace.